see here. And it says we are live. So that is a good sign. And microphone is on. Thank God, because I always make that mistake. I've made that more times than I like to admit, which is a lot. And live stream's there, chat's there. Everything seems nice and nifty. What's up, guys? Mr. Happa, Bat Spidey, what's up, everyone joining? What's up, guys? Hey, Jacob Rodriguez, hello. What is good, everyone? Hopefully you're having a good Thursday afternoon, is it? And also enjoying, hopefully if you're still on break, you're on break and having that. But if you're back in school like I am, hopefully you're also engaging in your studies and your assignments and getting that work done. Even during all the craziness of the pandemic that's still going on, hopefully you're staying safe and having a good time, just keeping socially distant from others and being protective of yourself as well. Superior Chris, my main man Franco Greco will definitely hop in a party. The gaming Chris, I'm sorry, the name's cut off there. What's up, dude? Victor Benitez, Almighty Jenkins, Fishboy, Daryl Baynard III, and Naj Airy. What's up, guys? You're actually playing Avengers, bro? Lol, I know. Shocking, I know. Because look at this. Look at it like this, all right? We beat Miles Morales on PS4, because I don't have a PS5, and again, to reiterate, I don't have a PlayStation 5 yet. I'm still playing on my PS4. My PlayStation 4 Pro, to be specific, even more specific, my Spider-Man themed PlayStation 4 Pro. So that's fine with me. We beat Miles Morales. We live streamed Persona 5 Royal, which no one really came to watch. I had a lot of fun doing it though, but no one is really interested in that game compared to like the Marvel stuff I discuss on the channel. So that's kind of like a different type of audience that game interests for some people. And I don't have a PlayStation 5, so I can't live stream the remaster for Marvel's Spider-Man yet with Ben Jordan as Peter Parker, because once I do get a PS5, I will absolutely do that. But since I don't have one, I can't do that until I obtain the console for myself. But there was news today for this game, which, as you see in the description and as I posted online earlier, still exists. Sadly, because of the poor marketing and communication that's been going on between Crystal Dynamics, Square Enix, Eidos Montreal, and us, the gamers, waiting for more content to be dropped into the game. And we waited from December, pretty much September when the game first came out, and then they said they were going to have more characters added each month. Then all that content got delayed because of issues over, making the game. And then they released Kate Bishop in December when she was supposed to come out in September, or October, I mean. Delayed for this whole roadmap they have planned for this live service game. All the other characters end up getting delayed as well. So because Kate got delayed, we're now still waiting for Clint Barton Hawkeye, which kind of pisses me off since it's back-to-back Hawkeyes instead of characters that people do want to see, like Doctor Strange, or Scarlet Witch, or of course Spider-Man and Black Panther. So they're trying to, promote these, I guess, lower tier characters first before they get to the big guns. The problem is they thought that was going to be fine, considering that they assumed the game would make gangbusters with how much money they thought it would earn because of the property of Avengers. And it didn't, because as we know, the game did not make its developer costs back. It still has a lot of bugs and glitches with it. And the only character after 5 months since release, count down with me, September 1st is when the game technically came out because of the deluxe edition. So the very 1st of September, October, November, December, and January. 5 whole months. And it's almost the end of January. So now technically 6 months. With one additional character. Whereas you compare it again, sadly, to, I hate to keep comparing them back and forth with these titles, but it's the one that makes the most sense, is of course Spider-Man PS4. From September, when that game released also, on September 7th, to December of 2018, we got 3 separate DLC chapters of that game, with additional characters, new cosmetics, new story content, new side missions, and just more content to keep you intrigued in the single-player game. Now, if those got delayed, that would have been fine, because you still have the base single-player experience to enjoy and immerse yourself in. The problem here is that this game is a live service title. Live service games, like what I'm playing actually currently, Genshin Impact, great game, and it's free to play. You can download it for free, and it's a gacha game, so if you do want to unlock some new characters and, better tier weapons, you can pay money with, real life money to acquire them in the game. Or if you're dedicated enough, you can just grind through the experience and unlock it at a consistent, steady rate. You just have to keep investing time into the game, but they keep adding more stuff, and on top of the fact that it's free. But the fact that they made you pay $60 for this base game with lacking content, over 1,000 bugs, a short campaign, false promises with additional content for characters added over time, it's a mess. And I hate saying that because I love Marvel and I want Marvel games to thrive and prosper, but I can't be dishonest as to how I'm feeling about these current experiences. And right now, it's not in the best state, still a lot of things that they can improve upon. Hopefully, Hawkeye can make people become more invested. I don't think it will, though, because the main thing, if you add in new characters, even if you add in Spider-Man, will we all come back to the game to play as Spider-Man? Absolutely. I'm not going to deny that. I'm definitely going to jump back into this game the moment that they add in Spider-Man. And depending on how, crazy his cosmetics look or his animations with the takedowns, I might even drop some cash into the game. I haven't bought a single microtransaction item. I haven't spent a single penny on the game other than the main edition I bought. But if it's for a product that I care about and want to see succeed, then I will. And if Spider-Man is good enough, then I might. But new characters won't solve the game, seeing that it has the same exact gameplay that was already incorporated into the base product. Like they haven't added the cloning labs, the raids, the additional bases, the new locations. Nothing like that to innovate and expand on the experience. It's just more of the same with a fresh coat of paint with the characters. So that's kind of the issue that is currently stating the game in right now, almost 6 months after its main release. And with the recent news, in case you missed it, to recap, on February 16th, Square Enix confirmed that they will hold a new war table for Marvel's Avengers with the inclusion of Hawkeye and an update about his character arc and story and when he'll be included into the game, as well as first ever next-gen footage to be displayed for Marvel's Avengers. We have seen screenshots of the game on PS5 and Xbox Series X, but not actual footage of it running on the platforms. So we will see footage of the full next-gen game, not the game running cross-platform / backwards compatible with next-gen, but the actual pure PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X iteration of the game running on those consoles on February 16th with some updates about Hawkeye. That's where the game stands right now. Still, a massive drop in player base has been happening on Steam and PC and also on consoles. But it's crazy. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm wanting the game to do good, but I also want Marvel games to, keep making new and interesting experiences in the future. But if this isn't a financially successful product, then they're not going to keep including time and resources into expanding the game when they see it's a lost cause. And instead, they'll focus their attention on making something better, like hopefully what is leaked to be being made is the live expansive open world space traversal / single player, possibly co-op centric Guardians of the Galaxy game developed by Eidos Montreal. That's what's leaked, not rumored, but leaked to be happening right now after Marvel's Avengers comes out. However, due to the low sales and ratings and reviews that Avengers got, we don't necessarily know what that entails for the future of the Square Enix Marvel Games partnership. And that's what I discussed in a previous video I did last week. This news came out today. It's kind of self-explanatory, so it's not really something I need to make a full video on, but instead we can live stream about it right now. We can talk about it, and we can make a party, which if Franco Greco is still here, if you'd be so kind, could start a party, and you can invite me and others, and we can talk live about the future of the game, our current thoughts, where we stand on it, where we will want to see the game go in the future, or Marvel games, I guess, in general, where we want to see them continue to expand down the line with their games and titles, and see how that works. Mr. Happa, can you live stream your first playthrough of the Hawkeye DLC? See, so I skipped over doing that with Kate Bishop, as you see right here on the left side of the screen. Let's see if I can mute myself from people. They'll probably still hear me, though. What was I going to say? I did play through Kate Bishop's DLC by myself, though. I never live streamed it because I thought it's going to be more of the same, and I was right. Like, I just played through the game, played through the story with Kate Bishop. It was intriguing, and it was free, by the way, so that's a good, you know, for what Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix and Marvel are trying to do, saying all the new content with Hawkeye and Spider-Man and Black Panther, that's all free. It's free, updated down the line in future patches and downloads for the game. Excellent. That's a great business practice that they're doing. Sadly, though, it's not enough to keep people invested in the experience for too long if they don't add in new stuff. Franco just invited me to the party, and this is going to get crazy. What's up, Franco? My man. I think the chat can hear you as well. I just realized I joined a random launch thing. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to be in here, and then I can invite people. So I will invite... At least I thought I could invite people. Yeah, I'm going to invite Franco, and if 2 other people want to join in, send me a message on PlayStation, and I can try and do that to make it easier through, you know, like through the messages section on PlayStation. So I sent an invite to Franco. We got our main man in the chat. What's up, John Leader and Amber Azad, and also everyone else, Captain Airy in the chat. Hope you guys are doing well. Give us Centurion Iron Man gameplay. I would if I had the skin. I do not, because I have not played the game for months. I've only got, as you see, I was going to say, Kate is at max hero level 50, but power level 50, meaning that I just played her to max out her upgrades, I beat her campaign, and then that was it. And then I stopped playing again, and I just jumped back right into Miles Morales and Persona 5 Royal, because those are the 2 main games I'm currently playing right now to build up until Persona 5 Strikers comes out next month. Super hyped about that. But Avengers, when Hawkeye is out, I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Will I stay after I beat his campaign? Probably not, because it's probably going to be the same stuff as before. Amber is on, do I have a PS5? Nope, sorry. I'm a PS4 peasant still, have not been able to acquire one, but we are playing on PS4 Pro, so hopefully that looks just as good. And we haven't seen the full PS5 version yet, so we've only seen the game run through backwards compatibility on a PS5, but it's not really PS5 gameplay. It's like the same thing. Like, that's why I hate like these clickbait YouTubers try and go on like, oh, here's Avengers gameplay on the PS5. It's like, oh, it's like the same thing. Like, if you were to play the John Bubniak version of Spider-Man on the PS5, it's like, this is Spider-Man PS5? Like, no, it's not. It's the PS4 version, just backwards compatible. So even if you're playing the game through backwards compatibility on PS5, that's not the true next-gen experience that you could obtain with the full actual PS5 game itself. So that's where we stand right now. Ultimate Spider-Man, what's up, dude? Why did it take Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix a whole month to announce something? Exactly, and that's the problem. That's exactly what I've discussed in my previous video, is that they can work as long as they need to, especially if during the current circumstances, working from home, pandemic, you know, different situations relating to developing each individual character to fit in this game's type of formula, it's fine. But what they need to do is communicate that to us as the consumers playing the game. We need to know what is happening. And if they're not telling us anything, then that tells me as a consumer that I shouldn't waste my time. And that is also the main message that a lot of other people are kind of really having on this game as well, given the Steam sales, given the lack of player base continuously dropping, given the amount of people playing more of live service games that came out years ago, like Destiny, over Avengers that came out 5 months ago. And for a big property as massive as Avengers, there's no excuse for the lackluster results that the game has garnered so far. Now, you could be sympathetic, like with the developers that care, which I do and Franco does as well. We want them to do well and make the best game possible, but we're also not going to waste our time and wait until the game's fixed. We're just going to move on and play something else or move on to some other product in the meantime. And that's why I hate like the strong arm argument. I don't know if you've heard this one, Franco, but it's like when people say, there's so many other games out there you can play, move on to those and then come back to Avengers. That's not how business works for these types of games. For a live service game, you cannot say that. If Genshin Impact delayed a certain character announcement or did not include a specific type of new gameplay mode to immerse yourself in for that game, and they just said, wait until we fix it and then play something else in the meantime, they would lose all their player base in an instant. You cannot say that for live service games. Single player games, maybe, but even that would be considered like a bad fallout. It's like, you're not presenting your product in the best way possible to consumers. So I saw a comment, I'm sorry who it came from. The Guardians of the Galaxy be released, or do you think Square Enix will leave Marvel's license after Avengers flops? That's exactly what I talked about in my previous video. Go watch it if you haven't, by the way. And that's what we're also talking about now. Will the lackluster reception that Marvel's Avengers has received, by any chance, ruin the perception of the game's futures with the other game properties that Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics could make into games? And that's what we're wondering for sure. So right now, I'm still waiting for people, by the way, to join into this party. If you guys can message me through PlayStation, I can try and accept your friend request or invite, or if you want me to invite someone in particular. We can also try and make this an open party, right, Franco? Can we make this open to the public? At least like 2 other people, so we can have four people. I see. Well, could leave this party and then make it public, or is it only a private party? Right. Gotcha. Oh, well, Andrew's here. Spidey Outcast, what's up, brother? If he wants to join, of course you can join, Andrew. Let's see. I think your username is just Spidey Outcast, if I recall. Let me try and see if I can invite you. And if not, we will try... Franco can try and invite you if possible. Okay. Nice. Okay, so Franco is the best right-hand man anyone can ask for. He's going to get this party rolling. And then we will start a match, and then we'll just keep going as best possible. So in the meantime, I will still talk about the situation we're in and answer questions. So Jared, something about staying safe. I'm sorry, I totally missed that comment right the last second. Actually, let me look at my phone, because that's the problem. I'm always on different side tangents. You guys know me. I'm always terrible with reading the chat. Kushu92, yo peoples, what's up, Kushu? Hope you're doing well, brother. Naj Airy, just messaged you, Evan. Okay, dude, on PSN, awesome. I'll try and see if I can accept, or if it will allow me to accept, and see how that turns out. Let's see. I miss it. Jared Guzman, hope it's going, bro. How's it going, bro? Hope you're doing safe. I'm doing well. Jared, thank you so much for your message. Hope you're staying safe as well. Brooks Studios, all you got to do is just put your name in the chat and can ask people that way. Yeah, I know. See, I never live stream, you guys. That's why I don't have a Twitch channel. I'm such a peasant when it comes to this type of stuff. Plus, my home setup isn't really the best type of scenario for streaming in general. Even like making videos is a hassle sometimes. But that's why when I do live streams, I always see them as like a fun, entertaining experience when I can. Resident Evil player, what's up, dude? What do you think about New Game Plus for this game? I don't really know if I'll be happy. Plus, New Game Plus is still in development. Exactly. CheesePuff05. Hey, Evan, what's up, CheesePuff? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. Everyone else, Isaac FX, Mr. Happa. Yeah, New Game Plus is interesting. And that's another thing is, again, the whole amount of delayed promises. Now, again, like I just said, COVID is probably an issue. Working from home has its struggles compared to working in office. I get that. But the fact of the matter is that they designed the game as a live service experience means they had to continuously add in content to the game to engage players on a daily, almost weekly / steady basis to keep you enthralled and continuously invested in the game so that way you can spend money. That's the whole thing. So with New Game Plus, that's the mode that they keep saying, like, oh, we're working on it. Yeah, it'll happen. Like, okay, can you tell me a date, please? Do you have a time frame? Do you have a window of when you could include that? And they never, ever answer straightforward. They always dance around the question, and it's shocking, to say the least. Mr. Apper, your audio is breaking. Sorry if that's the case. In Pacifica right now, in California, we are experiencing a massive amount of flash floods. There's flash floods warnings in the city, which is crazy. And we had a massive rainstorm the other night, and our power went out for a solid 10 hours. So it was pretty nuts. So if the internet's breaking, that might be because of things still trying to be steadily connected to the internet in our overall Wi-Fi system, but it's nuts. Franco, did Andrew get invited yet, or I can do it? Okay, nice. And if one more person, Kushu, did say you want to join. Let's see if I can invite him or search his name. Let's see. There were issues with the air tricks? Because I know the only thing, because I haven't seen a lot of footage of like the gameplay of the remaster except like the opening mission, and I know that they changed the controller layout from triangle and circle to square like Miles, but did they not, like, were they like not as smooth in the remaster or something, or like?
The bug was, so you moving forward, you do the trick, but then you stop in midair and you start going backwards. If you do the backflip or side
And I know, like, we've already talked about this time and time again. You guys can watch all the previous Miles Morales live streams I've done with Franco as well, who's the best, talking about this matter. But I haven't played the remaster, so I can't fully accurately judge Ben Jordan's appearance as Peter Parker to a full degree without playing it for myself. But I will say, like, the pictures that Franco has sent me on like Twitter DMs, like full HD screenshots of Ben Jordan, there's moments I'm like, okay, that, like, the instance where, if you guys have a PS5 and you know what I'm talking about, there's a moment, All for One 2000, can't wait for Persona 5 Strikers, exactly, say it louder for the people in the back, can't wait. I see Mr. Appa, how do you feel about Last of Us 2 being awarded as the most, or how do you feel Last of Us 2 about being the most awarded video game ever? I saw that, and I'm a little bit upset because I think that should have gone to either the first Last of Us or Ghost of Tsushima for this year, or for last year, 2020, because I still am not fond of Last of Us Part 2. Gameplay-wise, yeah, sure, it's great. It expands upon a lot of the stuff that was in the first game, but it follows that same formula pretty much the same way, and the story I'm not a fan at all. So, like either Ghost or the first Last of Us or God of War even, since that keeps getting Game of the Year, like getting, you know, brought up for like all these great awards. No, Mr. Appa, not this year, of all time. Yeah. And it's only been out for like 2 years? No, what am I talking about? It came out in 2020. For some reason, I thought it came out in 2018. I wish it came out in 2018. Yeah, it came out in 2020, and Last of Us 2 is the most awarded game of all time since last year. So that is crazy. And I know there's people out there like, why wasn't it for Avengers? It's just as good. I'm like, ugh. Like I'm like right there, kind of like in the background, like, ooh, wait a minute, ooh, yikes. Like, hold on a second, like, ooh, I don't know about that one. But yeah, that was it. I saw that news. That was crazy. Spider-Boy, what's up? And what's up, Spider-Boy? Hopefully you're doing well, dude. Thanks for tuning in. I know we've been here for almost a half an hour just in the lobby. But in a way, that's kind of the most accurate way to portray the Avengers gaming experience, by waiting in a lobby to play the actual game. Anyways, alongside that, I saw a couple of other comments about Persona 5, or also with awards. Let's see. Superior Chris 17, what's up, dude? Have I seen WandaVision? I have not seen WandaVision because I do not have Disney Plus, but you can spoil it for me if you want to. That's totally fine because I don't care as much. Andrew, my boy, what's good, dude?
Nothing much, I guess. I mean, I'm just excited to play this game with you guys because I don't really got much to do, in all honesty.
I know that feeling, bro.
Ooh, how are you guys?
All for 1 2000. Persona is one of the best franchises of all time, no cap. Yes, dude. Yes, correct. Let's see. William Patterson, what's up, dude? Hopefully you're having fun. Thank you for tuning into the stream. Yo, Evan, shared our video on Twitter. Do you think Marvel's Avengers will get better over time? And do you think that Crystal Dynamics needs to communicate with Marvel's Avengers community more? Yes and yes. First off, thank you for sharing. It's very kind of you. But also, yeah, that's the main thing that we were discussing. Morpheus Phoenix, what's up, dude? How's it going? Let's see. Yeah, no, the thing is, they can delay all the content they want as much as they want. The thing that matters most to me as a consumer is that they connect to us. They collaborate and they communicate with the people who are actually paying to play this experience, who are actually waiting. Maybe there's like a massive fan. I know there's like the Avengers community. They are, you know, there are passionate fans out there who are actually really in love with this game, and that's wonderful. But they're also waiting for content too, and if they're not even communicating to them, it's like, well, you got to give to get. You know, you got give back to take back. You know, like you got to provide something that we can actually sink our teeth into, and then if it's actually worth our time, then it will be worthwhile for, in the long run, for them to keep including characters and content in the game for free, so that way they can try and turn a profit. And that's where the business revenue stream of that is kind of in a weird state right now. Luke Cohen, my main man. If you guys don't know, Luke and I did a collaboration video way back last year when the change happened with Ben Jordan recasting John Bubniak as Peter. He's fantastic. So Luke says, I uploaded a video about trying to persuade Insomniac to bring John back. Would be great if you could share it. I will try. However, and of course, I want John back too, buddy. I think it's just, in a sad way, it may be a bit too late now, especially since people have already kind of solidified the remaster version of Peter with Ben instead of John. However, I will say that more people currently still own PlayStation 4s instead of PlayStation 5s, and if that means that they've not played the remaster of Spider-Man, you know, Marvel's Spider-Man, and Miles sold less than Marvel's Spider-Man. Now, I'm not saying that's because of the face change, but I'm just saying because Miles is a lesser-known character compared to Peter. But even though Miles is on PS4 and PS5, it doesn't necessarily primarily focus on Peter instead of more so on Miles. What I'm trying to say is the majority of people still own PlayStation 4s instead of the remaster for the PlayStation 5, meaning that the majority of people still view John Bubniak as the main version of Insomniac's Peter Parker compared to Ben. Now, of course, when the sequel comes out, that's going to change. And that I'm sure, Luke, once they reveal the sequel, like say, for example, the sequel is announced. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 releasing in 2022, exclusively on the PS5. And the first thing that they show is an unmasked Peter Parker, Ben Jordan's face in the black suit, you know? Then people are going to go ballistic, like either in a good way or a bad way. And it'll depend on how they go about approaching that version of the black suit and the symbiote. But once they see the new, quote-unquote, new and improved Peter Parker in the symbiote suit, unmasked, like that's the face of our Peter Parker, my hope is that they at least make it look more like Yuri than what he does now. Because what I was going to say earlier is that the scene in the promotional material that we saw with, you know what, I think I'm so sorry. We've been waiting for almost a half an hour, waiting for people, not really working out too well. I'm going to invite Franco and Andrew one more time, and then we'll just start a match. Because I know, bro. Don't worry. It's probably my internet as well, and also just the status of the game. I know, dude. I feel ya. Let's see. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay, I thought my game glitched.
Wait, so are we playing DLC for this game or something?
No, well, I'm gonna use Kate, but we'll just jump in and do a random Warzone. And just smash aim robots.
Okay.
Since that seems to be the main draw of the game, I assume. Right, yeah, I think I need to choose a mission first. Or it's just a random Warzone. Yeah, sorry, Nathers Geotech. Sorry about that. Audio is blah, I know. My bad internet connection and all that is terrible. Lawmaz KO7, what's up, dude? Confirm this game, and I think the DLC releases in March for Spider-Man? Yeah. So, thing is, though, the leak said he was going to be in March, but that was before all the delays. That was under the assumption that Kate was going to come out in October, and then Clint was going to come out in November, and maybe Black Panther in December. That was their whole main plan, by the way. You know, sadly, of course, due to the passing of Chadwick Boseman, they delayed the release of Black Panther, which I heavily respect and appreciate them for doing so. And I think that's a very mature move of them on their part. But at the same time, it's a hindrance to the progression of the game and the other characters that are supposed to be included down the line, like War Machine, like Doctor Strange, like Scarlet Witch, and of course, like Spider-Man. So the plan for him was that he was going to come out in March. Now, it looks like even though the War Table's in February, I think Clint is actually going to be included in early March. Or late February. But the War Table's main purpose is to promote the game to more people. It's not to release him on the same day. If only they were that smart, you know, but they're sadly botching the entire promotional material for it. But anyways, what I was trying to say, before I keep getting sidetracked, and I'm also going to wait for Andrew and Franco to join, then we'll start the mission.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I'm trying
Peter
to
Parker. What I was going to say, and Luke, I hope you're still here because this is very important. The Peter Parker that we saw in the first promotional footage of the remaster that they showed of him in the lab, and he sees the tentacles for the first time, you know, the whole, where are the arms scene? That looks obviously like a Tom Holland deepfake in my eyes. But the scene in the remaster where Peter is talking to Martin Lee in the feast shelter after he finds his secret hideout room, he's like, did you find what you're looking for? And then he sees a really pissed off looking Peter Parker, because that's after the City Hall bombing mission, and he knows that Martin Lee is Mr. Negative. That looks more like Yuri Lowenthal than Tom Holland to me. And it's like those two models are two completely different characters. Like the one that we see in the first marketing video, and then the one, the actual remaster, looks on and off in certain scenes. Like some of the times I understand what they're talking about. They try to get someone to look more like a younger Yuri, which I appreciate, I understand, but the fact is they already established John as this universe's version of Peter, so it's really strange to kind of flip-flop back and forth between the two. But I will say, what my main point was all the way back, if the sequel comes out with Ben Jordan still being Peter Parker, and they make him look more like Yuri Lowenthal than what he does now, and a bit older too, then I will be happy. I will miss John. John's forever Peter in my eyes, but if they at least improve the visual aesthetic of Ben, that will be fine. Because at least the main thing is the character of Peter Parker is the same. That's what I think is the most important, is that Peter, in my eyes, this is the most definitive version of Peter Parker that we've ever had in comics, I guess outside the comics, movies, games, TV shows, anime, whatever. This is it. This is the Peter Parker for me. And Yuri and John both help bring that into fruition together synonymously in the first game. And playing through the remaster like Franco has, it took, and even Brian Intar said the same thing too, it took a while for him to get adjusted to the new Peter, but over time you grew to at least, you know, come to terms with it. Now, does that mean that we'll like it more than John? No, but at least maybe in that sense it might be bearable to deal with, you know, like, and that's where in the sequel, the main thing that will convince me is the emotional conveyance of the performance that Yuri delivers through Ben's face. And that is sadly what I'm concerned about. Sadly, my telephone's ringing in my house, guys. Sorry about that. But that's where the argument kind of falters because of the final moments of the game with Aunt May and Doc Ock. The whole Doc Ock, Anti-Ock, you know, like, you were everything I wanted to be, and then the Aunt May, like, I want to see my nephew, those scenes did not hit as hard with Ben Jordan compared to John. So that's where I'm a bit, you know, like, the performance needs to deliver something really impactful to the game's portrayal of Peter versus Yuri compared, Yuri's performance on Ben's face versus Yuri's performance on John's face, if that makes sense. But still, as Luke and I have discussed in our collab, John was still heavily involved in the performance capture elements of bringing Peter to life because they had to gather facial data on John to make a better Peter. You know, so it's not like, oh, Yuri did everything and John did nothing. Nope, that's a lie. And especially considering that I interviewed him personally, so it's like, I don't believe it. So, yeah, I know Deidre Key, Evan said F that phone. Yeah, I can see it pop up on my since I have Comcast, it pops up on the TV screen what number it was, and it's like almost always like these dumb market salesmen. It's not like anyone that I know, but if it was, then I would probably stop. Oh, look, guys! Glitches already! Fantastic. Oh, what a great start! What a great start, you guys.
Like no ground for him.
Wow! Is this like Fortnite? Are we jumping in with like the battle bus or something?
Everyone's all falling down.
Yo! Franco, are you seeing this, dude?
Oh my gosh, I'm dying.
Bro! Oh, off to a great start.
From what I see.
Oh my god.
Wow.
What? Where am I, dude? Oh no.
Oh god.
Where are we landing, boys? Yes, Chris. Yes. What the fuck was... Oh. Can someone clip that and put it on Twitter? I'm gonna cry, dude. I'm gonna cry. 73 people were eyewitnesses to this event. 73 people just saw what just happened. Live in stream. Somebody clip that. Somebody clip that and put it on Twitter right now. I'm gonna cry, dude. Oh my god. Now I think there's a good explanation as to why people have not been playing Avengers. I'm gonna go on a limb here and just guess that. Holy crap. And I guess no fall damage either, so yeah, they're totally fine on that front. Oh my god. See, I'm so, like, you know, I'm playing Kate because we're talking about Hawkeye and the characters and stuff, but I am not a ranged player. Like, if you, like, have a Call of Duty layout, you know, you can do, like, a rifle or a sniper or a shotgun, I'm always going for the shotgun. I'm always up close and personal. So when I see Kate with a bow, like an archer ranged character, like the same thing, like I hated the main thing that I despise from the marketing of this game is how they said you can make your character's playstyle any way you want. Like, okay, so you're telling me that I can make a ranged Hulk build? Like, are you stupid? Like, I'm sorry, like who in their right mind would want to play like a ranged, you know, like a ranged Thor, you know, like when you see Thor, is your main notion of that to go in and, like, throw the hammer nonstop? I mean, you could, but no, I want to fly in like the God of Thunder and smack people silly with Mjolnir in the face. Like, that's literally what everyone wants to do. So when they try and give you, like, oh, you want to play you know, a ranged Hawkeye? Like, of course, because that makes sense. But, like, a ranged Kate Bishop, like, yeah, but I want to instead fight up close. And you can with the sword, but they're clearly wanting you to side one way versus the other, and that's the problem. But yeah, that's like one of the nitpicks that I have. But holy crap! Oh, Xavier Sandoval, what's up, dude? I saw one of your comments in one of my other videos too. Thank you very much for your support. Did I see the Kong versus Godzilla trailer? Yes, I did. And actually,
I haven't.
I'm Team Zilla. He's misunderstood. You know, he saved the Earth multiple times in both his films. And he teamed up with Quicksilver, you know, or Kick-Ass, I should say, Aaron Taylor Johnson, and Scarlet Witch in his previous film. So I'm Team Zilla.
Ooh,
Kong's just like he's just a big monkey. You know, what's the big monkey gonna do against frickin' Godzilla with his atomic breath? What's he gonna do, bro? I don't understand. I did see the trailer. Now, in the trailer, because they showed the Funko Pops too, does he have like part of Godzilla's spine? Like, is he using that to hit him in the face? Because it's like a giant bone with like a scale of Godzilla's backside on it. I'm like, did he rip out part of his tail or something? And it's like, my God. But even so, I'm like, I'm not interested in movies as I am for Deems. But still, it looks interesting, like a fun turn your brain off movie. Luke, I have to go, Evan, but thanks for the help. Hopefully my video can convince Insomniac to bring him back. But if not, I'll move on. No question. Thank you, Luke. No, I miss John just as much. Trust me, dude. But yeah, we'll still be vocal about, like, at least, the very least, they can make Ben look more mature. I still prefer John over everything else, but yeah, in Insomniac we trust. Franco is behind that, Andrew's behind that, the whole Spidey Squad's behind that. And of course, we all have our differences, but that still is not any way to disrespect the game itself. Because we love it, we just prefer certain things about it more than others. But yes, Ben is here to stay, it seems like. I just hope that they can utilize him in the best way possible going forward. I still don't like it now, just to make that clear, but I hope that they improve it more down the line. But yes, Luke, everyone go follow Luke on Twitter. He's super kind, always positive about the Spider-Man community and the Spidey Squad, always giving us all of his support. He's wonderful. Kong is better because he's a monkey. Play it pro. That's why he's not better. He's just a giant monkey, bro. He's like 20 Caesars from the Planet of the Apes, but with like less personality. Like, come on, bro. Versus King Kong. By the way, he fought Mothra, King Ghidorah, and who was the first one in the first movie? I forget the monster's name. It was like the giant, like, it was pregnant too, right? Because it had all the eggs, it had the babies. King Ghidorah, Mothra, that was in the second movie, and the first one's name, I forget. Mudo! That's right, Xavier Sandoval, Mudo, yeah. He fought 3 monsters, and you're telling me he's gonna lose to some monkey, bro? Come on, dude. What are we talking about here? Come on. And that's another thing we were gonna talk about, which I'm sure maybe Andrew has seen, but I'm sure Franco has definitely seen, is STONKS.
What?
GameStop STONKS, which is in the title of the live stream, by the way. What? Holy crap! Like, it's the craziest thing that's going on right now. Yes, Keys Grism. That's right. They in the background of the trailer of King Kong versus Godzilla, they show Mecha Godzilla is possibly going to be the villain, and it's like the main foe that they team up to get, like the Batman versus Superman. You know, like King Kong versus Godzilla, but then they're going to team up to fight a bigger threat. So like Mecha Godzilla is their doomsday, pretty much. So it's like, yeah, they're going to go in and beat them up together. And then I love the meme that's going on right now. Like, people are so invested in this Team Godzilla versus Team King Kong stuff that they're like, at the end, they're just going to make out. Like, they're just going to go on a date afterwards. I'm like, why not? But what I was going to say is the GameStop STONKS is insane. Holy crap. Like, it's the craziest thing that I've seen right now in the gaming industry with the stock market, if you guys have seen that. I'm not going to make any heads or tails of it because I can't even begin to explain what the hell's going on with that entire situation, and even to like begin to explain how the stock market works because I don't even know myself. But pretty much Reddit users have manipulated the stock market to their benefit so that way they can mess with these big hedge fund corporation individuals and take their money out from under them. So much so that this faction of stock individuals, I think Robinhood is their name, have blocked the ability for them to trade stock, so that way they can't make a profit. Because they screwed them over so badly that they actually managed to make money off of these big corporations more so than they would want them to. It's like the funniest thing ever. It's like if you've seen like Jordan, like if you guys seen Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort. It's like if he, like that's pretty much what's happening. But instead of dealing with like the government, he's dealing with GameStop and like Reddit, and that's what's happening right now. Like it's the craziest, most hilarious thing I've ever seen. And I don't know how much longer it's going to keep going on, but I hope it doesn't stop because it's like the funniest thing. It also shows how much power people have, you know, over these bigger corporations and you know, companies. If you just band together and like make use of the program that you have in store, then there's nothing really to be like confused or ashamed about if you at least go about it in the proper channels. And the funny thing is like, oh, what they're doing is illegal. It's like, no, they're not. They're literally just using the stock market to their advantage. Like that's the funniest thing. They're trying to pull it off like they got in trouble or like there's an issue or like they're going about it in a wrong way. No, they're literally just using the stock market to make a profit like any other person has done in the past. And because like people with lower income are making more of a profit, that's where it's like, oh, we can't allow these people to make money, so we'll block them off from trading stock. It's like, Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah,
Just, wow.
But it's crazy because it keeps growing and growing, and like now, like because you know before, the whole deal was the stock market price for GameStop was at like $4 or $5, and then by the span of like a few days, they turned to like a $300, $500 profit. And then if they went through the proper channels and made like deals with other companies and went through the stock price and traded them fast enough and then sold them through certain channels, they actually ended up making a couple to few $1,000s. If not like hundreds of thousands of dollars if they went through certain people. Like that's the crazy thing because they can milk it as much as they want to if they keep up these stock prices and hold them for a long amount of time. I know, and the reason I'm talking about this is because I know a little bit of stock because I do actually own stock in Sony. I actually paid for a couple, like years ago, I paid for a little bit of stock for like Sony PlayStation because I'm a big supporter of PlayStation. I love the gaming industry and I want to see it thrive. So I invested money in like Sony PlayStation's gaming market to hopefully expand it. Right now, it was like at $100 because of the PlayStation 5 sales, and that really helped out. But not as much as GameStop with $500 to $600 worth of revenue. So it's crazy to see them get that much. Sony stocks, yes. Play It Pro. Play It Pro knows exactly what we're talking about. Oh man, it's the funniest thing. I really hope it doesn't stop because I want to keep being memed forever. See, like right there, like Kate Bishop can teleport, but she can also, you know, shoot them from the top, from the bottom, with her bow if she wanted to. But instead, I'm more direct, and I just literally teleported instead. Because why would I do anything else?
Oh yeah, we're getting her in that Hawkeye show. I just remembered, and she's being played by Gwen Stacy from.
That's right.
I'm forgetting her name.
Forgot about that.
What was her name? Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah, Haley Steinfeld playing Kate Bishop in the Hawkeye show.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited, honestly.
I know because a lot of people like Haley Steinfeld is why they're excited, but maybe the show itself, like, I don't know how WandaVision is. Like, I don't know if it's good or not, but if that's good, then maybe there's some hope for the future of the franchise. Stonks. Ethan Costello, my boy. Exactly, dude. Stonks. Massive stonks. Queez Grism. Evan, can you have a whole podcast about a rant on Marvel's Avengers? I think that's kind of what I consider these streams to be. So it's like we're kind of doing a podcast while playing the game that we're ranking on. So it's like killing two birds with one stone, and I have my best buds Andrew and Franco with me. So it's their input. So I guess enough for me. Franco or phone again. Oh. Always the great timing on my side. Fantastic. Basically, what I was gonna say is, and it's no one, so don't worry. With Marvel games and their future products, of course we know Marvel Spider-Man 2 is most likely happening.
For sure.
The Marvel Square Enix partnership is most likely still happening, even though Avengers didn't sell well. They're most likely still going to be forming the Guardians of the Galaxy game. For you guys, what does Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics have to do to improve the game so that way it invests you to keep playing? For me, Joseph Whitty in the stream, what's up, bro? I know Joseph's been talking about this lately, I think, on his videos. He's also done Resident Evil and King Kong, Godzilla, a lot of great trailer reactions and videos, so definitely go subscribe to Joseph. He's our main man. Whitty fam for life. See, Whitty fam is out here, bro, for days. Whereas me, like, I know, like, I'm a weeb at heart, so it's like anime and like Persona 5 status. If I were to connect that to Avengers, I've recently been playing Genshin Impact, and they have, which is again a free-to-play gacha game. So fun, so fun, and it's also again 4-player co-op, open world, which this game doesn't have. Fun characters, different playsets, an expansive story, different gameplay modes, and new characters included on a daily basis. And that game does a great job of incentivizing players to play as different characters in the game and level them up individually to expand their own personal stories and level up their weaponry to utilize the elemental powers from their playstyles. The problem with Avengers is that it doesn't force the player to cooperate with one another. Like, if you just go in and beat up the robots without blinking an eye and just spam buttons, that's it. That's literally the whole game. Whereas Genshin, it actually makes you think, like, okay, I'm fighting an enemy right now with ice powers. So what I can do is use a character who has the power of electricity and also the power of wind to fight against them to deal more damage. So that way it makes you think to how to strategize with the characters in your party. Unlike this, like, oh, I have Iron Man on my team, Thor, and who else?
I think
Captain America, that's right. So we have 2 characters who can run on the ground and 2 characters who can fly. So you would think that because of that, and you know, one character has electricity with the hammer, the other has laser beams. I have the quantum energy, and then Franco has patriotism on his side with America. He has obesity and American spirit. That's what the American pride is all about. Obesity, racism, and flat out just ignorance. That's what America's all about, and that's what Captain America represents. No, I'm kidding, but pretty much, like, so you would think, oh, and also, you know, you have the different power sets, right? Like the gamma powers, the cryo powers, like the armor sets, you have the quantum energy, the Hank Pym particles, the Stark Tech, like, oh, so maybe I can use that to take on enemies in a different way. Nope. It pretty much relates to the same amount of damage every time. And pretty much when you level up gear, you're not thinking about what gear you're getting. You just, what's the highest level? And that's the exact opposite in Genshin Impact. Genshin, that you have to equip gear to increase your defenses, to increase your strength, to increase your speed, increase your elemental energy and your focus, how that connects to the other characters in your party. If you have sets of gear, like a whole gear set, you get more perks, unlike this, where if you do, you get like some slight stat boost, but nothing like that's super crucial to the success of the party's progress when fighting enemies. Whereas Genshin, like, for example, if anyone here plays Genshin Impact, I'm going to list my main party right now. And I also got, funny enough, I have never, again, for Avengers, I haven't spent a single microtransaction in the game. Genshin Impact the same way. You gotta spend microtransaction if you want to unlock certain, you know, aspects of the game quicker, or like pay for characters or weapons faster. I haven't done that Genshin, but if you guys know what I'm talking about, I recently unlocked Ganyu, who is pretty much top tier waifu material in the game and is a legendary character with great range, since she has a bow as her weapon, and ice powers. And for me, ice and wind are the most important elements in the game to use during combat. So I got her for free just by rolling her with the normal currency that you can buy just by grinding through the game, the Primo Gems. So I had like 160 Primo Gems, and I unlocked her like the first go. I'm not kidding. All for one, 2000. I did unlock her, and it was fantastic. So I got her on my first roll, crazy enough, and I have her in my party with the Traveler, who's the main character that you play as in the game, who's like, you know, Joker from Persona 5, who's like the main protagonist. So I have the Traveler in my party all the time. Barbara, since she's a healer, and she has a water element, Hydro, so she can wet the enemies, get them damp. And then with Ganyu, since she's cryo, she's ice, she can freeze them. And then with wind, you can break them apart and deal more damage with the Anemo power. So there's a whole strategy right there with 3 characters, and then the third person in my party is Bennett with the fire power, because he can heal people with his elemental burst and also deal fire damage to melt out frozen enemies to increase the damage dealt on the party. And I know this probably half of you have no idea what I'm talking about right now, but for those of you who do play Genshin Impact or have heard of Genshin Impact, there's a lot of strategy. That's just one setup I have of the multitude of parties that I have in my team of characters that I play in Avengers. I mean, in Genshin Impact. And that's what I wish Avengers would do, is that I want, like, Captain America and Kate Bishop, Franco and I, can do a tag team on the giant robot, but what about the normal robots, like the Adaptoids? Can we, like, deal damage with them? Like, he can ricochet his shield off the katana, and I can bounce off quantum energy off his shield and hit the enemy from afar. Like, stuff like that. Like, Avengers. Teaming up is the main aspect of Avengers. So, and they've kind of done that recently with Iron Man shooting out his laser blast or unibeam on Cap Shield, like in the first Avengers movie, where it ricochets off of it and then it can reflect and shoot an enemy from afar. More of that. It's kind of bland when you do it actually in the game, but at least it's a step in the right direction. Resident Evil player, never heard of Genshin Impact? Definitely play it. It's free, it's awesome, it's open world, and you'll love it. Yeah, let's see. Yeah. It's Shark FN. I play Genshin Impact. I adore it. Yes, dude. It's so good. But yeah, sorry I went on that whole Genshin Impact side tangent. But basically, the way on how, just to summarize my overall thoughts, and I'll pass it on to Andrew and Franco, the overall setup on how Mihio, I think their developer name is, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, have set up Genshin Impact with continuous character inclusions, new content, always communicating with the fans, and updating them on when new content's going to arrive. Daily events that actually encourage you to explore the world and use different characters to level them up each in their own way. That's fun to explore the world. Unlike this, where you're just running through robots and, you know, terminals and wastelands over and over again with nothing to do. There's a lot of differentiality in it, and it's really, really fun. And I wish that the format that Genshin has compared to Avengers, I want Avengers to take a lot from Genshin Impact. Especially since it's a free-to-play game. That's even worse. Like, the fact that Genshin is a better-made game compared to Avengers, and it costs you nothing, that says everything that you need to hear. But for you, Franco, is there any... Yeah, exactly, Igor. Genshin could be, and actually should be, a $70 game. It really is a really well-rounded game. Has a lot of content in it right now. Even when the game first came out in... Was it November or October when it came out? Maybe even in September. I actually downloaded it in late November after Miles came out. Then I downloaded Genshin, and I played it, and it was really, really fun. And I was, like, shocked when I had to fight Child in the game. Like, he was, like, the final main boss of, like, the story quest stuff. I'm like, god damn, like, I didn't unlock him at all. Like, he's not in my party because I wasn't able to do his event or unlock him through the wishes. But when I was fighting him, like, holy crap, can I beat him? And, like, I did, because I had a good party. I had the Traveler, Kaya, Barbara, and Bennett. That was my party when I fought Child. So it's still same Animo, Pyro, Hydro, and Cryo. Those are my elements that I used. And it was worth it, and I beat him. First try, beat him, which was crazy. But yeah, for you, Franco and Andrew, is there any element that you would want Square to focus on for Avengers, or are you in the camp like, no, this game's kind of lost all interest, I'm just kind of done with the game for now?
I mean, I don't real...
Exactly.
Yeah, I would have to say that.
That's what's most important.
Right.
Right, because that was their whole message, is that Avengers, like, the message that they promised in 2017 when they first revealed the game is, we will deliver a game which players will be loving for years to come, with continuous content for free, escalating threats, to quote them themselves, and we never got it. So we still haven't had it 5 to 6 months later since launch. And we want it to be good, But if it's designed the way it is, it hasn't really shown any signs of adjustment or improvement, then I would rather have them devote their time and resources to making Guardians a better game than focusing more on the same repetitive structure of Avengers. Because there's only so much you can do with going in these bases and fighting enemies over and over and over and over again until it gets old. Whereas Spider-Man, like, again, you could say the same thing, but to back up that game, there's the DLC side stories, there's an open world, there's side missions, there's the suit powers, there's the suit mods, so you can always change up your playstyle, there's the swinging tricks, there's the story again with Peter Parker and all that perspective, whereas here you don't really get that. You get a little bit with Kamala Khan, but not as heavily focused as I would have liked them to. They kind of lost that what makes the character so special in the grand scheme of things, because they focus more on the Destiny element of the gameplay instead of like the core Marvel element of like the characters themselves. But what about you, Andrew? Any thoughts of what you would like them to do, or would you want them to just focus more on like their next project, like Guardians?
In all honesty, I don't really have much to say. All I can really say that I can really think of on the matter is that I hope they can try and make Avengers a better game, because I know it's had some issues, and I really hope that their Guardians game that that I've heard they're making is a good game. I don't know if that game's going to have multiplayer or not, but if it does, hopefully it will be good, and all I just want are some good games, and that's pretty much all I have to say, because there's not really anything else I can add to this, because I think you guys pretty much said it.
Well said. Yeah, I agree. Like with Andrew saying, we just want a good game. That's all. Like, of course, we don't want to pretend it's good when it's really not. Like, oh, like me, like, right. You guys could like, again, I hate to use this comparison again, but it's the only way to like connect it to like the Spider-Man mentality, because that's obviously like we're all Spider-Man fans first and foremost. So it's like, Ben Jordan, I'm not a fan of the face change. I need to play the game for myself, but currently still I prefer John over Ben. And I have been vocal about my dislike towards that, but at least the main game is still the same. It's just one aspect of it that I'm not a fan of. Sadly, in the case of Avengers, I'm not a fan of like the whole experience, like how it's designed, how they've been lacking with content, how they haven't been clear with the fans, how they've been holding off on describing what the future roadmap entails, like like Cyberpunk, as like another game that's currently in a bad state right now. And even people said recently that there was a patch, which I am shocked, by the way. If you guys have kept up on the Cyberpunk news, there is a patch that they released for Cyberpunk to what was supposed to help the game, and instead it added another glitch to the game, which crashes it entirely.
Oh,
and even more so, on
that.
PC, CD Projekt Red actually released individual mod tools that modders can get their hands on to improve the experience for themselves. So basically, what they just said to the consumers is that, hey, our game is so broken, why don't you fix it for us? That's exactly what they did with Cyberpunk, and it's pathetic. And that game is literally the example, the pinnacle of an example of a corporation first and a game second, because they lied, false marketed the entire product. They even said that the game itself, during E3, I believe E3 2018, when they showed off the demo of it, was fake. The gameplay footage was not an accurate portrayal of the game itself, so much so that the entire product that they showed was a fake outline of what the actual game was. It lacked RPG elements, it lacked the content that they described months beforehand, years beforehand, ever since they announced it in 2013, 2012, whenever it was, and it failed massively. And now it's in the same position as Marvel's Avengers, even worse so, because CD Projekt Red has completely lost any and all consumer trust that they have gained over the past years through The Witcher and other games that they've made, and it's just bombed terribly. Now, Square Enix could be on the same exact road as CD Projekt Red, but the difference is, at least they gave people a beta beforehand to know that the game wasn't going to be all that great. That they knew it was going to be a subpar experience thanks to the beta. But the fact of the matter is, the final product of the game should have still been a worthwhile experience. And in our eyes, it was not. It could have been a lot better. It didn't live up to our standards for what we would like to have seen from a game of this magnitude, and especially did not live up to the Marvel formula. But seeing how Insomniac has no problem with that with their Spider-Man games and the single-player, story-driven AAA action-adventure elements that game entails, we don't have to worry about it for those games in the future. But for Square Enix, we don't know how much people are going to be excited about their next projects when they are already have a bad taste in their mouth from Avengers. And if their next game that they announce is Guardians, and even if it is non-live service, it's open world, it's space exploration, all this stuff, even so, there's still a problem of consumer trust and reliability to what the final product will be. And that's kind of what the issue is right now that we're dealing with Cyberpunk, and what could happen if the Hawkeye DLC and Black Panther DLC and all this other stuff for Avengers isn't worth our time and you know, I guess money if you pay for the microtransactions, but just mainly time and patience for waiting for more stuff. But yeah.
Right now, we'll try to get that one guy that was
Nice, yeah, and let's choose a different mission. Thank you guys for tuning in. An hour-long stream. If you just tune in, welcome. We're playing Marvel's Avengers, making fun of it, making fun of the GameStop stocks, making fun of Cyberpunk, making fun of...
Oh, I think I'm on now.
Hawkeye.
Am I in there now?
As well.
I think I'm
right,
with you
because
guys
Andrew
now,
wasn't in that whole time, right?
Yeah, I had difficulty trying to get on earlier.
I'm sorry, buddy. It might have been an internet connection or something like that.
Probably. I think I'm with you guys right now because it's showing 2 other players with me.
Right. So we're here. I think I'll start this mission, or I'll put us in this mission, and then we will invite Andrew. Let's see if I can do it. I'll invite the party again, see if this works.
I'll put that other guy that one.
Right. Yeah. Morpheus?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Resident Evil player, Evan, Ultimate Alliance or this game? So, that's a good question, actually. Well, which Ultimate Alliance? If you mean the first one, probably not, because I'm not a big fan of Ultimate Alliance as I am of, like, the third-person action-adventure games. But, if we're talking Ultimate Alliance 3, then I will say yes, because that game is actually really, really fun. It may not make any sense story-wise, because it doesn't connect to the previous 2 games, but I did play it, because I don't own a Nintendo Switch, but I did play the demo of it at E3 2019, and it was really, really fun. And I had a lot of fun playing it with people at the same time, compared to this, where it was literally just, my god. If someone clipped that when Franco and I were diving through the sky like Fortnite Battle Bus style, I'm gonna cry, because that was hilarious. Where are we dropping, boys? Where are we dropping to take out aim?
Oh my god. Okay, we got Andrew. Right.
Oh, am I in?
Oh, interesting.
Oh, I think it's... Oh.
Okay.
Oh, finally!
Shout out to
I've been
Ronnie
waiting
Pugs.
for like a couple
If
minutes
Ronnie,
now.
if you're watching this live stream, shout out to you. But I just saw his tweet online. Ronnie Pugs tagged me on this post saying, "Breaking news: This was spotted on the set of Spider-Man 3, a feast truck. Could Martin Lee, Mr. Negative, make his debut in a future college Spider-Man movie? Who knows?" So there's apparently now a feast truck with Spider-Man 3 in the movie. Interesting. There you go, Chris. Superior Chris 17. He clipped it and he posted it half an hour ago. Oh my god.
Okay. I will retweet that because that was hilarious.
Where are we dropping, boys? That was incredible. Shout out to Superior Chris for clipping that. That's very kind of you, dude. That was hilarious.
Shit, I don't even know which character to be.
I know, let me switch. Oh yeah, Andrew's here. Boom. So let me switch to Iron Man since he's my most leveled up character. He's really close to getting to 150. I also think I need to get a character to 150 to get the Platinum Trophy, if I'm not mistaken, so I'm really close to doing that. Speaking of which, I think I said this already. Yesterday, I Platinum Persona 5 Royal. So happy about that.
Nice.
I had to defeat the Reaper, Franco, in Mementos.
Congrats,
Holy smokes, dude. I was playing it on Merciless, If you guys don't know Persona 5 Royal, Merciless is like the ultimate difficulty from like Spider-Man PS4. I was playing on the hardest difficulty of the game, and I beat the Reaper on the hardest difficulty, which sounds like, you know, in the Spider-Man game, it's not that hard when you play on Ultimate. No, Persona 5 on Merciless, in Mementos sometimes, holy crap, it gets difficult. Holy smokes, it gets difficult. It is not easy. Oh, where are we dropping, boys? That was the craziest thing, dude.
How many times did you die when you were doing that, Evan?
I'm gonna be right back.
When I was doing... Oh, I died 3 times. But my 4th time, I was like really close, and then I hit him with the severe almighty damage and lowered his defense, and then I won. I'm like, oh! And I was like, I got saved by Ryuji and On's showtimes. So I was like, 2 for the price of 1. Like, Ryuji teamed up with Yusuke, and then Yusuke teamed up with On. And then they did their showtimes together on the Reaper. I'm like, let's go. And I was almost about to die as Joker, so that's why they helped out. I'm like, oh, thank God. Whew. Yeah, all for one. Merciless 2, let's go. I applaud you for doing so. Whoa, Evan, I thought you put this game down immediately after campaign. Yeah, Adrian Bujin. I pretty much did. And then Kate Bishop came out and I played her campaign, and I was like, yeah, that was interesting, but it's more of the same. But the reason why we're live streaming it today, which welcome for anyone who's just joining in the stream, we are playing it because the recent news dropped today that Hawkeye is going to have a war table on February 16th with an update as to when he'll release and footage of the game running on next-gen consoles with the PS5 and Xbox Series X. So earlier in the stream, we kind of talked about you know, why that's a good and bad thing. Like, it's good that more content's coming. It's bad that it won't change anything with how the structure of the game is right now. We talked about our excitement for it, our concerns for it, where they can improve upon it, what they could not do to improve upon it. So, yeah, it's a lot. When is Spider-Man coming to this game, and how do you think his gameplay will be like, asks Reality World. Well, first of all, thank you, Reality World, for tuning in and for your question. It means a lot to me. All your guys' support means the world to me. This is where I'm scared. I am super, super scared to see how Spider-Man will turn out this game. I love when people also say, like, Evan, you're just shilling the game now because Spider-Man's in it. Nope, never once did I do that. I was excited that Spider-Man's in this game because that confirmed that he exists in this universe, and then they announced that it's not the Insomniac version. So I'm like, why would you do this? It's like kind of like you have this foundation of a Marvel Games universe, which I personally really wanted to see, and then they didn't do it. So it's a different Spider-Man in this Avengers game universe, solely developed by Crystal Dynamics. But at the same time, it could be cool to see what his story is like in this universe. That's what I'm excited about, is to see how Crystal's version of Spider-Man is narratively different from Insomniac's. If it's the same, or if it's also voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, I'm going to be pissed. Because it would make no sense if that's the case, if he's still experienced and he's also voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, to be a completely different version of the character. Just be, you know, the Insomniac version at that point, if it is. So what I'm hoping for is that I hope this version of Spider-Man is instead voiced by either Josh Keaton, God forbid Neil Patrick Harris,
that's what I was
if they could get him, or Christopher Daniel Barnes. Either or. Ooh. Either one of those would be my pick. Not Yuri, though, because Yuri is Insomniac Spider-Man. This is a different Spider-Man. Keep it separate.
And it could
however, and again, most important factor, this game is not open world. Let me repeat that once again, since people, for some reason, are still confused. This game is not an open world game. So Spider-Man is most likely going to be sky swinging like in The Amazing Spider-Man 1. So I'm going to be very, very concerned to see how he'll traverse in like the snowy tundra, or, you know, where we just were in the previous match. Like, I'm concerned, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I don't know. Where are we dropping?
Someone just joined us.
Morpheus, what's up, dude? Let's see. I think his webs are going to stick to the air, to be honest. Yeah, Adrian Bujin, yep. That's the problem. That's the problem that I'm going to be concerned about. Let's see. Let me hear this dialogue. Yeah, I hear it. I'm listening to the clip back. Thank you, Superior Chris, for clipping that. That was incredible.
Oh my gosh. That was something.
Because that, you know, this is like my first, which by the way, I have not played this game since Cake came out. So it's been like over a month plus since I played this game last. And I'm like, because I keep hearing people and like I haven't played the game for myself, but I still hear what people are saying, complaints of the status of the game. Like, you can't get into matchmaking and the game glitches out. I'm like, I've never really experienced that many glitches on my game. Like, is it really that bad? And like what, almost 6 months later plus, we just experienced that. So it's like fantastic. So that was hilarious. Yeah, let's see what happens. Superior Chris, get ready. Are you guys ready if it happens again? Oh my god, I'm scared.
I'll be ready because this will be my first time.
We're in the battle bus right now. Oh my god! This is literally the battle bus when you think about it. They're just waiting to get drop zone into this area with the helicarrier. It's the same thing, or the Quinjet. It's the same thing, guys. Holy crap. So does Peter become Spider-Man before or after 8A? That's what we don't know. Ooh, joystick drama. That we don't know the origin of this Spider-Man in this universe yet, but that's what I'm excited to learn about. Like, what is this Spider-Man going to be different from Insomniac's version to make him on level with the Avengers? So we will see.
The thing I'm curious about is I wonder what his costume's going to look like in this game. Hopefully
Adrian, don't do that to me, bro. Adrian Bujan says, imagine if John Bubniak is the face of Peter in the Avengers game. I'm going to cry, dude. Oh. That would be so stupid if they did that. I'd be like, why would you do this? Like, why would you get rid of our boy only to put him into a worse game? Like, that would be so... so no glitching this time. Lack of textures, though, on these crates, but these cargo freights, but... Oh, it's happening to Franco? Or... Oh no, Franco's glitching out. Oh no. I don't know.
Are you Iron Man, Franco?
You are? Oh my god. Franco, Andrew and I landed fine.
Are you Iron Man, Evan?
Oh god, is he gonna cannonball somewhere? Oh no! Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, where'd you go?
Where are you?
Of where?
I don't know where.
Are you on the ground?
Oh, I thought I saw someone's shields.
Wait a minute, let's see. Where'd he go? There's Andrew flying.
I can't see him. I'm trying to fly here, but
are you like saying that you're right next to us?
I think he is. I saw a Cap talking.
I see Hulk and Thor.
I'm dying.
I'm gonna wait and see, like, cause that could be a glitch where the player's just invisible. Oh, okay, there you are. Great. Just coming right to the side of me. Fantastic. Oh man. Great. So you were just like dive bombing through the sky again? Oh my god. That's fantastic.
Oh, someone's shooting.
Andrew and I luckily landed normally, but I would be shocked if that didn't happen again. Captain America just makes entrances like crazy. Evan, a professional critic. Thanks, Queez. Not even close. Don't even. It's very kind of you, though. I wish I was. Trust me. Let's see. Haikyuu. Or Haikyuu. Spider-Man and Captain Marvel team up in this game would be cool. I wonder if Peter is going to be a teenager in this game. Exactly. Good question. I hope not, because Miss Marvel... Well, do you mean Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel? Was that Morpheus? Was that you? Oh, okay.
Oh shoot, I'm getting shot at.
But yeah, I think I would not want to see Peter as a teenager, because that is already being done with Miss Marvel's inclusion in the game as like the young, witty, rambunctious hero that the Avengers are molding into their own. Whereas if Spider-Man comes in and he acts like the same way as MCU Spider-Man, or worse, he's just a carbon copy of the Insomniac Spider-Man, then I'll be like, it's not unique enough. Like, how is... I want... Like, again, the Spider-Man that I know from the comics with the Avengers does not get along with the Avengers. Most of the time, he never really gets on Tony's side. Of course, he teamed up with him in Civil War, but that was only for a brief moment until he, teamed up with Captain America, and then he fought Tony Stark because of the world knowing his identity, and that got Aunt May to get shot at. One more day. We don't talk about that, though. But yeah, no, the Spider-Man I know in the comics is usually not on good terms with the Avengers, or he's always like butting heads with them for different reasons, because he's a loner, pretty much. Like, Spider-Man usually works on his own terms, and it's cool if we get that character growth and development of him slowly connecting with the Avengers and learning how to team up with them side by side on his own terms. But if there's nothing really to keep them refrained from making like a fanboy or something, that's like they've lost. This is clearly like MCU diet, like MCU light, pretty much.
Oh, there you are, Evan.
Yeah, I was flying outside over the warehouse. Civi, yes, I have. Have I seen Spider-Man Lotus, that fan project that GJK Central's making? Looks great.
Dope.
That suit, and by the way, like, I love how fans are so passionate nowadays that they're trying, like, some fans are trying to rip apart a fan-made design, like, make fun of it or, like, try and diss on it, like, first off, they're waiting for good Spider-Man content, because the movies have certainly not done that, and B, everyone's just depressed because of the pandemic. But I love how people are so invested in the fan film itself that they care about the aesthetic of the suit, the story, and all that. And this is like the first main Spider-Man fan film that I've seen that's gotten this much traction. And seeing that, if you've seen the pictures of the suit online, it looks like kind of like a different version of like Alex Ross's suit with like raised webbing and stuff. And it looks great. And the people behind it, you know, GJK and his community are very passionate about Spider-Man, and I think they're going to do a really great job.
Enemies!
But yeah, I definitely see what you're talking about. But yeah, it looks cool, and I'm curious to see what it'll be like once it's out. When do Game 2020 Online, what's up, dude? When do I think the Spider-Man DLC is coming out? Probably not March. No way it's going to be March anymore. I think maybe my birthday month, April or May, I think, because then they also might do Black Panther and other characters before Spider-Man, so we'll see. And how long the game might last anyways, but, woo! April, boys. That's right. It could be a very interesting gift if they decide to do that. I mean, funny enough, like 2018... You know, the famous April 2018 month, if you guys remember, was when they showed the entire month of coverage for Spider-Man PS4 with Game Informer during my birthday month. So, during our birthday month with... Wasn't that hype, Andrew? Like, the coolest thing, like, let's go, because they gave us the release date, the collector's edition, Yuri Lowenthal being interviewed. Like, that was the best month for the game. And it was so much fun. Right, dude? Because we were waiting so long with news, and it's like, that's the difference. Like, you hear, like, Franco and Andrew and I discussing Spider-Man PS4 and how hyped we are for that game. Even after it's out now, we're still hyped talking about it. And sadly, Avengers had nothing like that. There was never a single instance with the trailers or the marketing material that was like, let's freaking go. I was like, okay, I'm very concerned with how this game's going to turn out. I'm very, very curious to see how this, you know, how the gear and live service model is going to work out. Will it work? Oh, it didn't? All right. It's like we called it months in advance. Sorry. So that's kind of the issue that I had with Avengers. But with Spider-Man, it's like every single piece of info that they dropped was delicious. Like what they're going to show next, what they're going to talk about, what they're going to discuss with the story and the world of the event and the Spider-Man universe and where it's going next. Like, that intrigues me to learn more about the game and the universe at hand. Whereas they just forget about that. Like, hey, focus on the microtransactions. Focus on the gear. Focus on the grinding. Like, no, that's not what I care about. I care about Iron Man. I care about Captain America. I care about the story. I care about what AIM's doing. I care about what Ms. Marvel's impact is going to be. And they never focused on it that much. Ghosty. What's up, Ghosty? Game 2020 Online. It's hard to play Avengers because I missed that. Sorry. Probably because there's no content, I'm assuming. Yeah. Nice. I understand. We're mainly live streaming. Andrew and Franco and I are playing Avengers because of the news today that dropped about the War Table coming in February 16th. If anything stands out, if it's more like, I didn't react to the Kate Bishop stuff because it's literally what we expected. Like, oh, she has a story. Like, literally, like everything they discussed in that whole live stream was exactly what they already confirmed months beforehand. Like, Kate's gonna have a thing. She's gonna have a story. She's gonna have her own villain, with that being the super adaptoid. You know, the giant green Adaptoid with Thor's hammer and Cap's shield and Iron Man's face. That was her villain.
Oh, shoot.
She has her own story. It's going to connect to Hawkeye's, and that's it. Literally, that's all it was with the live stream. So it's like nothing about that stream shocked me or made me react in any way. And the more of it was just like more negative stuff was like, yeah, well, I'm not really looking forward to this, and they got to be more upfront with what content's coming, when exactly, not just, we're working on it, give us dates, give us a roadmap, reassure us that the game will be fixed with the glitches that we just experienced. They haven't fixed those in 5 months afterwards, so that's where I'm standing right now with this game, and seeing how they're not being as responsive to the community as I would like them to be. That's where I'm kind of like holding off until they actually showcase something worthwhile. So if there's more stuff for, you know, Daily Bugle, look at that, boom. If there's more stuff that actually excites me with the Hawkeye presentation, Maestro or whatever, or new characters, like, okay. If not, I probably won't even react to the stream, and instead we'll just play the Hawkeye content on a live stream.
Understandable.
Even that, I didn't even, you know, and it's because I'm like, the argument's like, Evan, you only care about the views. Like, nope, because I didn't make a video at all about Kate Bishop stuff. Because like all it would be is negative. Like the story was bland. Campaign for, you know, for free added on content, you can't fault them because including it for free is very, very cool of them to do. And it was pretty darn lengthy for a free content update, which I do appreciate. It's just that the content itself was not as appealing as I would have liked it to have been. So that's why it's like, well, it's not really going to be a whole lot of positive stuff I'm saying in this video, so I just won't talk about it. And the stream itself, I was like, I didn't know how long the thing was, and it was really late at night, so I'm like, I'll just play it now by myself and post my thoughts on Twitter, which I did. I said, it's more the same. Ashley Birch, the voice actress, does a good job with Kate, but it's not really worth more time to be invested in the game. It's like, wait until they add another character or a mode, like Black Panther or the raids and stuff in Wakanda. Like, they didn't even add like a new region. It's just more the snowy tundra and the AIM lab, really. And like the Tachyon Rift stuff, that's not really too fun at all either, which is just like time trials and stuff. Like, that was kind of boring. I do not know. Is there like an objective marker somewhere? I'm trying to do all like the side stuff with the freeing the prisoners.
I'm getting attacked. I think I'm nearby where Evan is.
Can I change cosmetics? I'm gonna get into the Funko Pop that I actually have of Iron Man. Which is like, oh, Evan, you just hate the game. Like, nope, I actually have a Funko Pop of this Iron Man right here that was up for purchase, and Miss Marvel's Funko Pop of the Stark Tech suit, because I think they look cool. But I just don't like how the game is right now because it could have been much, much better. And that's all I want. And that's all we want, you know, as fans, is a good game. That's all we're asking. We're like, your game sucks, haha. It's like, no, we just want a good game that we're paying money to play, you know? Yuri is a better Peter voice. Game 2020, correct. Facts. Yeah, exactly. That's why, Andrew. That's why I'm currently not excited for Suicide Squad or Gotham Knights. Because I'm worried to see how those games will turn out.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad is definitely more concerning than Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights is less of a problem since it's not live service, but how the whole co-op element of the game will factor in, that'll be the make or break factor. Adrian Buget, Future Imperfect looks like a dusty, openish area fighting AIM again for the story. Yeah. I love how the first thing that they showed, by the way, in the teaser for Future Imperfect was a rusty old gas station. Like, come on! Like, not like a cool, like, futuristic lab or, you know, bigger robot. No, really? a bleak old, like, gas station outside of a Denny's or something. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing? And then, like, you know, old Hulk with a beard, Maestro sitting down like, oh, you're here. Like, all right. Yeah, it's strange. Yeah, Game 2020, right? Yeah, Suicide Squad comes out late 2022, I would assume. Gotham Knights is still set to release this year. However, given all the other delays that have been going on this year, I don't really believe it right now. I'll wait and see. But
I wonder if that
and I won't do like, you know,
delayed.
Gotham Knights 101, for example. I probably won't do that since I'm currently not as excited for the game right now as I could be. But if they show a new gameplay demo, I will react to it if it's worth anything to discuss. Yes, it is. It's Shark FN. Did I see the new Centurion Iron Man outfit, Evan? Yes, I did. looks good. And it was one of the suits I really want on like my top 5 Iron Man suits list for the game. That was one of them. Looks good. I'm not going to pay money for it though. I will wear this suit, the Intergalactic Iron Man armor suit, or the Stark Tech suit instead. But for the comic accuracy bits, I think it looks good. Grism, thanks for tuning in, dude. See you guys. Thank you for tuning in, dude. Sorry if I skipped over some of your other comments. I apologize. I don't even know, like, oh. Is there...
Where are we going?
I know. What is the objective?
I'm just trying to find the buttons.
I see you guys all over there. I'm flying on the other side of the whole map.
Trying to figure out how to open this door. Yeah.
Thanks for having me in the chat, bro. Thank you, Nas, for
Finally.
actually tuning in the stream. Thank you for the 63 people staying tuned in and just hanging out with us. We're having a good time. I'm having fun just hanging out with Franco and Andrew because they're the best, and they definitely deserve all your support, especially Andrew,
Oh, yeah, same to
who
you.
is doing great stuff on his YouTube channel and is also auditioning for some voice actor stuff for the fan-made Season 2 of the new animated series, the Spider-Man cartoon.
Yeah. Yeah, I emailed them like 2 days ago, but they haven't responded back yet.
Very
but
fancy.
I'm hoping they respond back, and I really hope that I can be a part of the show, because honestly...
Well, I think
would
you'll
really
do
like
great.
this actor if I am part of the show.
I love it how the
Hopefully they'll
fans...
accept me.
I love it how Spider-Man fans online are doing more than actual Spider-Man media right now, besides Insomniac, of course, because they're working on the games like the movie, all the
Yeah.
crazy stuff that's going on with Spider-Man 3. I can take a whole video to describe about that nonsense. The animated shows are terrible. There's no real, like, you know,
Facts.
like comic run that really interests me right now for Spider-Man. Whereas like the Spider-Man Lotus fan film looks great. The fan-made Spider-Man Season 2 of the new animated series looks great. Spectacular Spider-Man Season 3 is trying to get a fan-made petition. We all want that, obviously. Like, fans are doing more justice for Spider-Man than Marvel at this point, besides, of course, the games. The games are the one exception. But the
That's
movies and
honestly
comics,
really
I'm like,
shocking.
and TV shows, no. And I think it's confirmed now, right, that Maximum Venom is finally over, and now we're going to get another Spider-Man cartoon soon.
Oh, finally! I wondered when that was gonna end.
Yeah.
It was just
Which,
horrible.
if you guys don't know in the chat, the Marvel
It's
Disney
terrible.
XD cartoon, you know, the Robbie Damon voiced Spider-Man, which, funny enough, I think Robbie
It was
Damon is
such cringe.
an amazing voice actor. I just hate what they did to his Spider-Man, because you know that was Disney giving him, like, the direction to make him sound very, like, continuously upfront and talkative and chatty and a little bit annoying, but it's like...
Feels very Disney-fied to me.
Like it's like if the spectacular version of Spider-Man was downgraded and then hyped up with coffee. That's pretty much what
And
the Disney
childish
XD Marvel
and
Spider-Man is in the
stupid.
cartoon. But the Marvel's Spider-Man Maximum Venom season was said, I believe, to be the last season of the show, and it's now over. So now I think we're getting into another show that they will make down the line.
Oh, is
with
it the last season?
some else. Yeah, I thought that's what they said. I could be wrong, but from what I heard, because they made the episodes
get season
longer. Like the
4.
episodes
Ugh.
in Maximum Venom were like hour-long episodes, 6 episodes each within that season. So they went all out. I think they finished it finally, and now I think they're going to make another series with Spider-Man soon.
God, honestly. But I finally saw it on Disney Plus. I'm watching it. This is terrible.
Bro, right? It's like, damn, dude, like, oh.
Like-
It's like, I get it, like, even, like, sure, certain kids might like it, I understand, but at the same time, kids really liked the Spectacular Spider-Man. Kids really liked the 90s animated Spider-Man. Hell,
Yeah, 'cause the
me as a
writing's
kid,
good.
I really liked the new animated series. And that had a freaking scene in the episode where some guy got decapitated, bro. That show was intense, but it was still
fucking dark.
true to the character of Spider-Man. Like,
Yeah.
that's the problem. It's like,
Honestly,
you can still have a
the
very
thing that's
mature
most
tone
baffling
show
to me-
that suits kids, but don't make it stupid to dumb it down for a certain audience, you know?
Yeah. The thing
That's what
the
we're
most
asking, like,
baffling to me about
just
that
well-written,
show is the
well-rounded
animation.
characters.
Like, it's just awful. And I'm
Yes.
surprised the animation.
Yeah, Captain Airy, see, Captain Airy knows what's going on. Kirk Connors,
money.
or vice versa, Yuri Lowenthal as Kirk Connors was a dumpster fire. Yep. It was also hilarious that Kirk Connors looked like Maximilian Dude. That was the funniest thing. Right? Like, everyone says that about him. Like, oh, dude, Maximilian, you're in the show. Like, and I love Maximilian. It's like, dude, he got cameo in the series. Like, oh my god. Yeah.
I think I found
It's Shark FN. The
objective.
game needs a combo system and a leaderboard that's enough for me to make combat more purposeful for Avengers. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Because they just incentivize you to button mash. And it's like, at least Spider-Man, you have your gadgets, you have your webs, you have air combat, you have ground combat, you have the environment to use. Nothing like that here. I guess in the sense, like Avengers, you have like the different weapons, like the lasers and repulsors and rocket Spider-Man. But at the same time, the abilities, the L1, R1, R1 ultimate and stuff. But there's only a certain amount of variation that you can do until it's like when you get swarmed. The problem is you're getting swarmed nonstop by these enemies. And when you get crowded, it's hard for you to think of like, okay, let me do square, triangle, square, repulsor blast, rocket blast, air jump, ground pound. Like, no, just smashing all these buttons at once. So, and then hit them with a super move, you know, at the very last minute. So that's kind of where they got to make enemies that suit the playstyles of the characters more than anything else. That's what I was talking about earlier with Genshin Impact. There have the elemental powers, your main combos, your charged attacks, aerial combat, and the combos of the elements, like mixing them together. So it's like, oh, I have a wind power. That could be one thing, but what if I mixed wind with fire or wind with ice? Can that work? Yes, it can. Oh, does that work more effectively on this enemy compared to the other enemy? Yes, it does. Boom. See, it makes you think. I think the problem, like Spider-Man, you have to think about how you fight with gadgets and enemies with swords or the whips or the shields. Avengers, like, oh, there's an enemy with a rocket launcher. There's an enemy with a laser gun. There's an enemy who's a giant robot. And it's the same thing over and over again. That's kind of the main issue. But, again, if you,
Honestly,
lay out your character with the certain gear, like the Gamma build or the Pin Particle build and the burst, like the support and assault, there's a lot of, stuff that you can tinker with, but only so much. I think that level is glitched. Because we've been here for like almost half an hour with nothing to do.
Objective. I'm like so lost. I don't even know where to go.
Should we bail?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's bail. Whew.
Let's go.
Marvel's Avengers, everyone.
This mission's so glitched.
Marvel's Avengers.
The greatest video game ever made.
I know, bro. I know. And see, that's the great thing about Morpheus being a stand-up citizen, being the best out of all of us for actually giving the game a shot. It's like, we're just like being so harsh towards it, but it's like, man, I don't know. Like, I wish it was just more, I don't know. I just wish it was something a bit more polished around the edges.
I definitely agree with that, because like, the last time I played it was back around
Right. Did you play the Kate DLC right when it came out? Because I actually waited a couple days to play it.
I haven't.
Right. And that's a cool thing. Like, the cool thing about this game, Avengers, is if you have the urge, like, you know what? I just want to team up with my good buddies, Andrew, Franco, and Morpheus, beat up some bad guys, and have a fun time making fun of the game. That's great. Or what it could be instead is the game is actually kick-ass. There's so much loot and different story content to dive into. I want to level up my, Spider-Man once he comes out. I want to level him up to max while playing with my buddies at the same time. Like, that is like the ideal vision that I'm sure all of us have for the game. And right now, it's like, of course, with the bugs and the glitches, it kind of hinders that experience. But for the most part, if you just want to go in, beat up some bad guys, and have fun with your friends, you can do that. You can absolutely do that. I just wish that it was a bit more polished in that area.
Next month?
But yeah, Morpheus is obviously the best of us, for sure. He's a stand-up citizen. He deserves a medal for all that. Where are we dropping points? Oh, man.
What mission should we do?
Yeah, I think, to the benefit of the doubt, I'm a little bit biased towards Crystal because they live super damn close to where I live. in California. They're in Redwood City. I'm in Pacifica.
Wow.
I go to school in San Francisco, so it's literally
That's
like a
dope.
30-minute,
Look at you.
50-minute drive away to where I am. I'm not even kidding. So that's
wow.
crazy. And I got to interview you guys saw on the channel last 2019 is when I interviewed Noah Hughes, who's one of the game directors for Marvel's Avengers. Super nice, super caring. Obviously, the main developers over at Crystal Dynamics and Marvel Games, of course, care about the property. It's more of the Cyberpunk situation where the heads, the executives, the head honchos making these decisions is where I have an issue with, mainly with Square Enix. So that's where it's like the problem lies with how they're managing the game and lacking communication with the property towards the consumers, and when we can expect updates for certain things and what's going to happen next and what characters can we expect at what times. And it's like, oh, we got Hawkeye 6 months after the game launched, so we're going to get him 6 months after the game launches. So we will see. But to their benefit of the doubt, again, they have to deal with working from home. COVID is a live service game. Crystal Dynamics have never done a live service game before, which I hate that these publishers are making these developers making games that aren't in their suited play styles. Like imagine if Insomniac made an MMO, right? Like that makes no sense. So it's like you wouldn't make Naughty Dog make a fighting game. Like that's not their specialty. Story-driven single-player experiences was Crystal Dynamics' specialty. We got that a little bit from the campaign, but they focus more on the obviously online live service elements compared to the narrative itself. And that's what my issue is. But if they can improve upon it, let's say in like a year's time, when all the bugs are solved and there's no more glitches and they have a bunch of characters, then hopefully it'll be a bit better than what we're experiencing now.
Yeah, hopefully.
Let's drop into New York. And wait, oh god. Wait, oh Jesus. Oh no. Oh wait, did I choose the mission?
What's wrong?
I may have did that by accident. I was going to change my hero. Okay, good, I can. Great. Nope, wait, wrong one.
Oh, wait, what's going on?
I'm going to be... Oh, no. Can I not change? Oh, there it is. Switch hero command. I'm going to be Kamala. I'll be Miss Marvel.
I think I'm going to go...
Morpheus, are you able to join us? Or do you want to join us? Oh, I see. Gotcha. Very nice. Nice. Camping in style. That's right. That's what I like to see. Ooh, good question. This was from... Let's see. I missed the name. Let's see. This question is from... Saw it 1 second. Hold on. Ooh, I know. The Jeopardy music's playing. Batwing. It's from Batwing. Out of a scale of 1 to 10, this could be answered from all you guys too. How likely do you think the upcoming Square Enix Guardians of the Galaxy game could be canceled because of Avengers? It's a great question.
I'd say maybe 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not entirely sure, but that's my honest guess.
Like, here's the thing. If you guys have played Battlefront 2, like Star Wars Battlefront 2, you've seen how badly that game was at launch and how poorly received it was.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's like one of the best Star Wars games out there that people love. Star Wars fans have said.
Dope.
So, and it took them a while to get to that point. So say Avengers has a Battlefront 2 situation where everyone comes back the moment they include Spider-Man and Black Panther, and then everyone's in love with the characters. They love the story content. They love the game. All the bugs are fixed. It's great. Done. Then we don't have to worry. Now, if they include Hawkeye and the game is still glitching out, like, for example, there's 2 freaking Hulks right there in the Quinjet. Not even kidding. Glitch right there. Hulk's freaking out in the background. I don't know what's happening. That's crazy. Literally, there's 2 Hulks in the Quinjet. That was insane.
I can't see any 2.
I'm seeing cake right now on screen. What is happening? Hulk's cake was right on my screen, face front. Did you guys see that? Holy smokes. So, we'll get that massive wagon on my boy. Holy crap. Wow. That is a badonk, if I've seen one. So, if they fix this, great segue. If they fix stuff like this in the game, hopefully we don't have to worry about the future of Avengers. However, if it's still glitchy, if the gameplay has not been evolved and there's no new modes that have been featured in the game, then I will say that their partnership may not last for that much longer. Because, you know, they assume they were under the, you know, Marvel Games, Square Enix multi-year, multi-game partnership. They only said that because they were under the assumption that Marvel's Avengers would sell, you know, like hotcakes. Like, even remember, the freaking goddamn CEO of Square Enix, the Yosuke Matsuda, the president of Square Enix, saying himself, word for word, that Marvel's Avengers would fully outsell and outperform, meaning in sales numbers and review numbers from, you know, critics, both Spider-Man PS4 and the entirety of the Batman Arkham games. And the fact of the matter is the game has not even made even with its revenue yet. So that is a massive problem. And especially after, if he never said that, then I wouldn't be worried. But the fact that he went on record to say that to the general public, that is a problem. It's like the same thing with Cyberpunk, you know, like what they did with their, the statements like, oh, Cyberpunk is the most pre-order game of all time. It's going to make the most money out of any other pre-order game of all time ever. And then the game came out like a garbage mess. So, is that really, like, good news for you guys? Like, sure, you made your money. Like, they made their money back in, like, the first week, I think, or even, like, the first couple days, I think, of its release, but it's not really being received too well now, and the general public aren't really trusting CD Projekt Red anymore with that game status, so, again, this game could either have a Cyberpunk situation or a Battlefront 2 situation, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, wow, this dude's glitched over here.
You're glitching? Oh, no.
No, there's this dead enemy that's glitching. He's like freaking in the air laying.
Oh god. Whew. It's Shark FN. Sean Sky actually confirmed that they started working on the game in 2018. Are you serious? Wait, it's Shark. Are you wait, he said that? Really? Because they said remember in 2017 that we would receive more updates about the game in 2018. So we were assuming that at least they were working on the game in the early stages in 2017. But if they actually start working on it in 2018, that's sad, because Spider-Man took 4+ years to make. And it was, you know, the first big licensed superhero game that Insomniac worked on. And you would think, oh, they wouldn't have to work on it too long because they already made an open world game with Sunset Overdrive. Nope, they had to make it from the ground up with the swinging mechanics and the story content and the quality of a PlayStation exclusive. 4 years it took them to do that. So if they did only 2 years of development for Avengers from 2018 to 2020, that is very bad. That's not good at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It does sound like an Anthem situation. That wouldn't be good. Still today, I support this game, even I got a PS5. See, Commando Rex is just like Morpheus. They're stand-up guys. They're giving them their support. Standing right alongside them. For us, we want it to be good, but if you saw earlier in the stream with that glitch, it's kind of hard to defend it, or at least certain elements of it. Oh man. Which Superior Chris, shout out to my man again for actually clipping that. That was fantastic. That was beautiful.
Absolutely.
Oh man. Oh my god.
Most entertaining a bit all day.
Frames too, by the way. And again, I don't know if that's the online connection with me or because my PlayStation 4 Pro isn't as fast as a PS5. But again, the internet frame rate dippings and droppings on PS4 is so bad for me. Like at least single player, it's not too bad. But when I'm playing online, oh boy, it is intense. And I have it on highest performance mode.
Dope.
So.
I'm down.
Yeah. You would at least expect like a solid frame rate amount, but yeah, sometimes it's okay, others it's not. Right now it's all right, but before it was kind of like acting up. Let's see. Yeah, I watched the interview twice. Sean definitely said that. Wow, that's crazy. That's nuts. Wait, which interview was Sean? Because if you mean my interview, I interviewed Noah Hughes, not Sean Sky. I was supposed to interview Scott Amos originally, but then Scott was busy at the last minute, so I got to interview Noah instead. But Noah is very, very down to earth. But
wow,
I know, he really did. He's like, if you remember, he was like, oh, that's a good question. He said it twice. I'm like, that's how you know that you did a good job with the layout of inquiries that you can ask. Like, oh, it's like you don't want to ask questions like, you know, is Spider-Man gonna be in the game? Like that. No, it's like, oh, how's the content gonna work out for like, you know, like for this product? And then, but then how going about it, like, which I was interested in is mainly you have Crystal Dynamics, Square Enix, Eidos Montreal, Crystal Northwest, Nixie Software, and Marvel Games all making this game. Is that enough developers, or is it too many cooks in the kitchen? And he's like, that's a good question. So it's like, that's right. Woo! Score one for the spider. Oh, no pun intended. Kidding. But yeah, that was fun. And same thing with Andy Wong, who I didn't get to interview for the channel, but I interviewed separately, and he's very caring for the community and fan feedback and stuff. So again, they care. You know, Commander Rex, like, they care about the game. We want the game to do well, obviously, but if it's a product that keeps, you know, letting us down and showing us not really any improvements, then it won't be really worth it that much. Oh my God, Captain America's invisible. Floating shield. I don't see Captain America on my screen. I just see his floating shield. I just see the shield floating in midair.
I guess I became the Invisible Man or something.
Wait. Oh my God, that's fantastic. The Invisible Man. Captain America's the Invisible Man.
With the
shield. They got the Fantastic Four in the game, everybody. Sue Storm is running off with Captain America's shield. She has it.
He's taking it away.
It's fantastic. The best crossover confirmed. Beautiful. Amazing.
Ooh, where?
Whew.
Oh, I see it.
Eat leg boxes. Man, I know, like, see, you know, I'm such a sucker. Like, I bought, like, do you guys know the mobile game Spider-Man Unlimited?
Oh yeah, isn't that
I was
down
such a
now?
freaking idiot. Like, I bought all those ISO 8s to unlock, like, Superior Spider-Man and Superior Venom and Black Suit Spider-Man and Venom, like, when they came out. So I paid money. That was, like, my first experience with, like, a gacha game. And I was, like, super young when that came out. Like, 2014 is when it came out? So I was 16, I think. Wait, hold on. 2014? Yeah, I was 16. No, wait.
I would
yes?
have been probably 13.
Jesus, wait a minute, hold on. 2014. Yeah. 1998.
Yeah, I think it did come
1998,
out
2016, or 2014, so I was 16 years old. Yes. Yeah, because I was 18 in 2016, that's when Spider-Man PS4 was announced. Anyways, I was 16 when Spider-Man Unlimited came out in 2014. I bought every single amount of, like, ISO 8s I could to pay for the different Spider-Man. And all you did, which I'm like an idiot, like, it's just a cosmetic, like, you're literally looking at them from the back most of the time during those running segments. So what I'm trying to say is, when they include Spider-Man, and if he's good enough in the game, I will happily pay money to unlock his challenge card and suits if they're cool enough. Like, if they Franco knows this and Andrew knows this. I am DONE fucked if they include the advanced suit in the game and you have to pay for it. I'm screwed. Like, if they had like $10 to pay for the advanced suit skin, that's it. It's over for me. You're getting my money. Uninstall. It's a wrap. Not focusing on this. Yes, exactly. Get an extra hard drive for all the was in this game the credits, all the credits I'm about to bank off of for this game. Once Spider-Man's in. Game 2020 Online, I got all the PlayStation 5 accessories. See, now that's living it up. It's style. Nice. Out of all the accessories, I feel like I may need to probably get the camera for the channel, but the DualSense is what I'm most excited to try out for myself. I know Franco loves it. Yeah. Morpheus, do you have the PS5? You can't go back, huh? That's awesome. It's not the same. Wow. Chef's kiss. Gorgeous. Delicious. Wow. It's like a rare steak. You gotta savor. It's just right. Wow. Blasty, my boy. Blasty Games in the chat. What's up, dude? I haven't also, since Miles has his classic suit, do you think later in the future he will get his own advanced suit? So, we saw that, which you've seen as well, is they didn't put in the game. Crazy enough. The unused advanced tech suit, which I thought was supposed to be concept art of the programmable matter suit, but it turns out that was Insomniac's interpretation of Miles' own advanced suit. And they didn't include it in the game. He's getting a Funko Pop, crazy enough, but he's not actually... the suit itself is not in the game, which is very interesting. So I would like to see it, but maybe they can include it as like a free costume sooner or later, but I don't know if they'll do that. That would be great, though. Right now, I think I've already said, but if in case you guys are wondering, favorite suits for Miles, I did a video, but number one, it's obviously the Into the Spider-Verse suit because of the animation detail they put in it. That's just fantastic. You know, running on the twos and the onomatopoeias with the words and stuff. That's great. Two is the Spider Cat, you know, Bodega Cat suit. 3 is the 2099 suit. 4 is the 2020 suit, and then 5 is oh my god, what was it? Yes, that's right. The hooded The End suit. That one was fantastic. Thank you, Franco. Yes, sir. Right. Yeah. So the End suit would be kicked off the list if that was the case. Yeah, because that's the same thing with like the amazing the first game suit, the Spider-Man PS4's top 5 suits. Like advanced suit wins. Like it would be like literally 1 through 5 would pretty much just be the advanced suits. That's not fair. So for that one, I don't even remember. I think it was like the Scarlet Spider, the vintage comic suit, all new, all different suit, Iron Spider from the MCU, because that one I do like a lot because it literally has the arms from the movie, like one-to-one detail.
That was a lot of my ear.
Like the whole suit power for that suit is just for that costume. And then they redid it for the Iron Spider suit from the comics, the red and gold one, but they mainly designed him first for the MCU suit. And I really do like how it looks in the game. I think it looks great. I just don't like... I like the more normal suits than like the more tech-based ones, but I think it looks really good in Spider-Man PS4. And of course, even better in the remaster. Franco can attest to that. But,
Wait for me. Wait.
Yes, and I know that, remember that picture that Demetrius posted where he put, a side-by-side shot of the Amazing Spider-Man 1 suit, from the movie, and then he put the same shot of Spider-Man on a car at nighttime with ray tracing on with the Amazing 1 suit, and it looked like real through the remaster. Like, that was crazy. So, it looks great on PS4 Pro already. Like, there's some screenshots on Miles that, like, JP on Twitter has taken. If you guys don't know JP, follow him. He's great. That are from a PS4 Pro, and they still look fantastic. But when you play the remaster visually, Peter is a debate, but the graphical capabilities, like the suit textures and stuff, that's next level stuff. Yes, Franco is doing God's work, guys. He is going through the game with the remaster, finding Ben's face and taking pics of him, so I don't have to contrast and compare to John's interpretation from Spider-Man PS4. And again, like I will say, like the character model that we see in the Martin Lee "Have you found what you're looking for" scene looks completely different from the first time we saw him in the trailer that they showed, or the clip that they displayed. And again, sometimes he looks great, other times not so much. So it's odd. And again, that's mainly because they had to rework the cutscenes that they originally made for John's model compared to Ben. So that's why I'm hoping for the sequel will be much better. And we saw him so little in Miles that you can't really even compare that to Peter.
Oh, we got a Hulkbuster in the house.
Right. Nice. I know that they specifically like keep mentioning like the teeth.
Oh wow, me and Evan.
Remember like the spline traced hairlines and teeth textures and stuff like that? Like I know like the shots of like Aunt May and Doc Ock look great. But when I see Peter I'm like, cuz Ben's fine. I'm slowly starting to accept it. Not as much as John though, cuz I always prefer John. I get what they're trying to do with Ben, but for a fact that if they had just kept John and enhanced him, everyone would be happy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, there's no denying that. Like, it's cool what they're doing. Make him more like Yuri. I understand. Like, Nathan Drake looks like Nolan North, pretty much. Like, that's what they're trying to do. Like, Nathan Drake looks like Nolan North. Delson Rowe is literally Troy Baker in video game form. Like, that's literally what he is from Infamous Second Son. So they're trying to do that for Peter now. Like, oh, Yuri is literally Peter Parker in my eyes and so many other fans' eyes. So we want to make the player be Yuri in the game. Sadly, though, it makes it look more like Tom Holland in certain scenes compared to, Yuri himself. But we'll see how, again, the full sequel running only on PS5 will be compared to... And of course, Spidey Skater Boy, my boy Josh, comes in to save the day. Peter in the remaster is better.
Josh? My boy!
Let's see. Let's block Josh. No, I'm kidding. No, kidding. No. Yeah, I know Josh is very... see, and again, that's where it's different. It's not just me. And don't say, oh, the Spidey Squad hates Ben Jordan. Nope, it's literally my own opinion about Ben. But the majority of the other Spidey Squad members do like him. Like, Franco likes him. Josh likes him. I know Vigilante Spider likes him. Jordan. Andrew, I'm not sure what your stance on it is, but I think you do at least like aspects of him.
I like him. I mean, I'm still getting used to him, but I kind of like him so far.
Right. See, so it's the majority of people in the Spidey Squad still like John and Ben. I just prefer John over Ben, but I need, again, to play the remaster for myself before I make a final decision. Yes, Josh, you can join the party and Avengers if you feel like it. Probably we'll do one more, and then I might hop off. Yes.
Oh yeah, he needs
to Game 2020, yes.
Assembled.
Yeah, you're correct. The sequel is going to be Ben, Jordan, Peter. Yes, it will. My own thing, like, again, what I'm saying is that we know Ben Jordan is going to be one of the symbiote, which is going to be very hard for me to come to terms with. But the best thing that we can expect for that case is they'll have all the assets of the PS5 at their disposal instead of backtracking on a PS4 game and remastering it onto the PlayStation 5. Instead, they'll just make it from scratch only on the PS5 with Ben Jordan's model as the first model that they're using the motion capture on. Because what I was trying to say, like, well, I already said it, but John Bubniak's model was the main model that they animated first and foremost for Spider-Man PS4. That's why he looks a bit better in certain scenes compared to Ben in the game. Whereas now, in the sequel, if they're going to only start with Ben, then they can only focus solely on his character model instead of the two different ones. So, and again, all the performance is coming from Yuri and just, translating that onto the character model's face, but it still needs to be convincing enough to share that with the emotional scenes that the game will have. And that's what I'm hoping for. I'm already convinced the swinging, combat, open world is going to be fantastic in the sequel. The performances is what I'm looking forward to the most. Sure. Especially, for a fact that when they have the scene where he's getting in the black suit and then he, beats up on Miles or something and then he has to go and fight him and then he gets emotional, like, what have I done? I can't wait for that. I already know what's going to happen. I can't wait for that.
Emo Peter.
Yeah, dude. Blasty, I bet you John is going to be doing Eddie Brock so he can have his revenge. That's right. They'll transfer him over to Eddie's character. Peter versus Peter in a weird, like, mirror-twisted world. Oh, man. I hope there's going to be a boost swing button. I hope boost button for swinging, says Yazeno. Yes, dude. I would like to see it. Especially if he's going to wear the black suit and be faster. I agree. That's a great suggestion.
I wonder how the combat's going to be with the black suit in the sequel.
Yeah.
Kind of like Web of
now,
Shadows.
crazy enough, I wouldn't have thought to reference, this game. But, the main games where we played as actual black suit Spider-Man, not a cosmetic, but the actual symbiote as a gameplay mechanic, is both versions of Spider-Man 3 on the PS2 and PS3, Web of Shadows, and Shattered Dimensions. Those are the only ones.
Yeah.
which is crazy enough. And in Web of Shadows and Shadow Dimensions, they went more the comic route where they used the tendrils and symbiote tentacles to enhance combat, which I freaking love in Web of Shadows. But since Spider-Man PS4 is being much more of a grounded, realistic interpretation, I think they might actually take more from Spider-Man 3 than the other games with how he's not using the tendrils, like he's not extending tentacles to attack, but instead he's faster, he's more aggressive, he's angrier. Like, I would love to see an angry Spider-Man fight. Like, that would be really cool to see. Especially a Spider-Man with this much experience. Oh yeah, I need it.
Boy is here.
Josh is arrived in this party, of course. How's it going, dude?
God himself has returned.
What'd he say? Wait, what'd Josh say?
I don't even know what he said. He sounded quiet.
He's just out. Gone. Fantastic. Let's do a hive. Why not? Well, let's see. Josh, and you're wanting to join Avengers 2?
Yeah. As long as I can play Kamala, I'm good to go. Because that's my main.
I wonder why that is. I thought my Miss Marvel is like 140 something.
Bro, actually, this gives it. You got the costume I want.
Damn. I'm not sure then. Is there any other
But
hives
again,
then? I know, yeah.
I got that homemade one, which looks cooler. So
you got the strap. Josh has it glocked up.
I got the gat.
You got the gat. Why is it not letting me go? This is not minus 19. I should be able to be in this thing.
Yo, my guy, that shit said negative. One of them said negative.
And yet my power level's too low for some reason. I don't understand what's going on. Let me just leave the war table, see if that helps. Well, first, actually, let's just first invite Josh. Okay. Oops, wait a minute. Get in the party, sir. Alright, Zeno, your suggestion of a boost button is fantastic. I really hope the swinging is going to be faster. Take the PS5's power limit to the max. Yes, agreed. And I think that's what they already teased that with the fast loading times and stuff. So I guarantee you the swing will be even more fast-paced. Haiku, imagine if we get a mechanic similar to GTA 5 where we can switch between Peter and Miles in Marvel Spider-Man 2. I would like to see it. I would like to see it.
Honestly, like, when it comes to Spider-Man 2, my only thing that I want is for that black suit to look cool as fuck.
Yeah. The Ditko suit is back, baby. That's what we're waiting for.
Man, I mean, like...
Even though we already got in the first game, Josh, I don't know why you're so upset about that. No kidding.
That's not funny. We go through this every time.
If you guys don't know in the chat, Josh, Spidey Skater Boy, has a gripe with the vintage comic suit in Spider-Man PS4 because that is not the Ditko suit from the original comic appearance of Spider-Man. It's just the cell-shaded version of the classic suit.
Of the classic. No, but see, the thing is, what makes it worse is, like, I had no problem with it whatsoever up until they did the year anniversary edition of the game, and then they made that weird list of all the suits, and they call it the first appearance suit. I'm like, huh? What?
Right.
I'm like, I wish there was that. I wish you could just put like that GIF of Kevin Hart on, like, when he just kind of looks into the camera. So he's like, what the fuck?
He's blinking a lot. Like, yeah, he looks to the side. He's like,
huh?
blinking. Like, what? Huh?
Yeah, he's
what
like,
does that mean? Yeah.
Like, and then they were like,
wait,
oh,
can someone else select a mission than myself, or can I only select a mission?
I'll try and select a little bit, boy.
Okay, because for some reason it says my power level is too low, and I'm like, it literally says minus 19 to 95 on my screen right now, so I don't know what it's talking about.
Unless you boys actually would be down to do the Bishop mission, because I haven't done it yet.
We can do that? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, like, oh, let me see where it is. I don't even know where the heck it is, because I haven't done it at all yet. What? Where? Like, which region is it in?
Whew, let's see. I think we talked about Spider-Man. We talked about Avengers. We talked about the GameStops. We talked about Godzilla versus Kong. Team Zilla, by the way.
Is no one gonna mention how that Mortal Kombat movie, the tiny bit that we've seen, looks like it's gonna be amazing?
Does it though? I mean, you got a main character who has no relevance in the Mortal Kombat lore, though.
I mean, look,
like, by the way, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, the Mortal Kombat movie is going to have a new character named Cole, who's a washed-up MMA fighter. Instead of, I don't know, Hanzo Hasashi? Scorpion? No, it's Cole instead.
The main character should, just like how it always is, the point of view character is supposed to be Liu Kang. And like what makes it worse is because they're making
either him or Scorpion would be a good main character to have.
But everyone who's a real Mortal Kombat fan knows that Liu Kang has always been the chosen one. And spoiler alert, in freaking MK11, they finally follow up on that, and he finally is the chosen one. He brings the balance back to everything, like Luke Skywalker, baby. Like Anakin Skywalker.
Rey Skywalker, Ex Machina, with this whole story.
Man, there's things that worry me, but
watch it be something stupid. I swear to God, like what, like, you know, like my name is Cole. Cole what? Cole Combat. That's right.
No. His last name is
my lineage is through this dragon or some whatever. Cole Cage.
Oh my God.
I mean, they already have Cassie Cage. Why not just make Cole the son of freaking Johnny Cage? Cole Cage. Why not?
I mean, I'm just over here like. It feels like that they took
Fanboy and Naj Airy are excited for the Mortal Kombat movie. Nice.
See.
Yeah, Fanboy 1911 and Naj Airy are very hyped for the Mortal Kombat movie. Yeah, sorry, Game 2020 Online. Our party is only limited to 4. We're still trying to join into a mission.
Yeah,
we'll do one more mission, then I might end the stream.
The Kate Bishop one. I don't know which region it's in though. And I'm pretty sure.
Are we allowed to do like the main story missions together?
Yeah, you can.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you talk about it? I don't know. I haven't done it yet. I don't know what it's called.
Interesting.
Yeah, I haven't done any of them. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I haven't done any of the Kate Bishop missions yet.
I was waiting for the Hawkeye one, so I can just do it all in one thing, like get all the archery stuff out the way, and then all I have to do after that is just wait for Black Panther, and then our boy Spider-Man with his white
Spider-Man, exactly. Woo.
I shall.
All right.
Do that.
It's go time, and who am I? I'm Black Widow. Yep, that works for me. Nice.
I'm the minority here. Both in the voice chat and in game. I'm playing a Paki. Oh wait, Pakistani girl.
I'm the outlier of the situation.
I can't say that. This is in the 70s.
I probably already got demonetized in this video as is, so it's totally fine at this point. No, I'm kidding.
Marvel and Chris are just like.
I'm just kidding. For those of you staying tuned or tuning in, welcome. Hopefully you're having a good time. We're just having fun messing around with Avengers with the Spidey Squad. Now officially the main Spidey Squad. Josh, Andrew, and Franco together. Because we wanted to do stuff like this, by the way, when the game first came out. Like, wouldn't it be fun if the Spidey Squad could do like what we've done previously with Spider-Man PS4 and Miles? We've done the live stream charities, but with Avengers. But sadly, no one cares about Avengers, so we haven't been able to do it. So now that Hawkeye's coming in on February 16th, which is why we're streaming in the first place to talk about the news, which we did. Hopefully, it'll bring in more people to play the game and just fingers crossed they have something that's new and different. Oh, that's why that's why the power level is so low, because Andrew's at power level 28 as Captain America. I see.
Yeah.
I was confused. Like, why are we waiting so long for us to get into a mission?
Like for me, my power's only at 81, but that's because I haven't.
Look at me! I'm so because that was back when I was trying to get all the characters up for a trophy. So my Black Widow was 134. LB Speedy, when is Marvel Spider-Man 2 coming out? I do not know, but if I had to guess, I would say 2022, late 2022, or 2023.
Honestly,
that's my guess too.
Especially because of how much they managed to like do with Miles in just a year, and they've been working on Spider-Man 2 at the same time, and they're getting a lot of feedback from Miles.
Alright.
I think it'll be 2022. I don't think 2023. I mean, it's still possible, but I just feel like 2023 is a little too far out.
But at the same time, which I do like, is a couple of factors which people may have forgotten about. Is one, Sony has said it's now easier for developers to make games on the next-gen consoles because of the powers that they have, so it actually allows them to make games at a faster rate. Sadly, working from home situations probably aren't helping that help, but the systems themselves allow these developers to make games at a faster rate than what they usually would, which is awesome. And second, Jim Ryan, who's the CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment, said previously in an article saying that Sony's pure PlayStation 5 only exclusive games will most likely not come out for the platform until 2022. So that already solidifies, like, nope, Spider-Man 2 is obviously not coming out this year in 2021, but it will most likely come out either next year or the year following. But regardless, that basically confirms one thing for sure, is that the sequel will most likely only be on PS5, not cross-gen. And even though I don't own a PlayStation 5 now, I still only want the game to be purely on PS5, because that way they'll make the best experience possible for the full next-gen game that we all hope for Spider-Man.
Honestly, I mean, depending on how the world kind of moves forward, I honestly have a feeling that the PS5 still won't even be available for a lot of people by then.
That, but also
Yeah,
I'm thinking more of like the
sold
big
out.
picture stuff. Like, what could they use the PS5 for that can make the game something that we've never seen on any other platform? Like, that's what they tried to do with Miles and the remaster, with like the higher loading speeds and textures and stuff. But it's like, yeah, but for the most part, it still runs and looks pretty damn good on my PS4 Pro for both games.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think they can still make it work, unless the sequel is gonna have all in New York, which they definitely hint at in Miles that we're actually gonna get more of New York City. So that's the main thing I can see them like, oh, we got to keep it PS5 only.
Right, but I'm wondering, like, but again, I'm thinking like the big picture stuff. Like, so if they're only going to use the PS5, that means they need to have a game that can load really fast. They're going to have a huge open world. They're going to have really, pitch perfect, I would assume, high quality, fidelity cutscenes and performances from these characters. Mainly, though, is the gameplay with the swinging and the combat, where they can evolve that from what the first game's limitations was, and what the PS5's capabilities have in store for their systems of like traversal and fighting.
Oh.
Ooh. That's my favorite band.
Is that the Warbly Jets?
Is that the Warbly Jets? Yes, dude. I'm alive! Oh, God. I can't. That was for you, chat.
Open one of these.
I promise. Man.
See, I'm just over, like, just hearing you die like that just makes me think of, like, how, like...
That makes it all the worthwhile.
how I've been dealing with, like, a whole sore throat thing.
Right.
So I'm like, ooh.
Uh-oh.
Like, I'm really taking a cross drop right now. Like, as I'm playing
Damn.
with you guys.
Hopefully you're doing okay.
I mean, like, if I'm being completely honest,
someone needs to be
it's
revived.
I'd say I've had, I think I've had, like, maybe the lightest case of COVID ever.
Am I gonna make it?
I'm good for me.
Ah, dang, I was too late!
Dang. I'm moving on to this one. You're down? Oh, no.
Wait, what?
See if I can get this.
Wait, where?
citizen
I was
first.
trying to save him, but he was...
Oh, you're completely resting pickled. Oh, damn.
Oh, no. Oh, what? How am I so slow? Oh, that's crazy. Let's see. Oh,
what the heck?
I forgot I can.
No. Oh.
Finally,
Oh, no, my God.
Down.
I forgot I can, like, actually,
What?
like, kind of.
Let's see. I'll take one side. Someone takes the other side.
I'll take C.
Why is it so fast? Okay.
I'm
I'll-
over at A.
Oh, no. Wait. Oh, what? Oh, my God. This is the most, like,
No, I got it.
What the
insane, like, mix.
What?
of intricate / security systems I've ever seen on a prisoner's cage.
I can't
Damn,
even
my
free
God.
these prisoners.
How fast?
Wait,
This
hold
was
on,
not timed last time I played this mission.
Oh, Frank is back.
Let's see. Wait. Yep.
I am having a hard time trying to
Okay.
free these prisoners.
We can get this time. Yeah. All right.
There you go. Finally.
There we go. One.
Oh, we're like Jesus.
One down. Jesus. What? Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. I didn't see that one was open. Oh, my God. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, the fun elements of, like, just teaming up with your friends, having a fun time beating up robots, just messing around.
It's just,
That's what it's all about. But it's like, if they don't add and expand upon the game formula, they can only be fun for so long.
It's like I understand the criticisms about the game, and a lot of it I do agree with, but it's also
boy.
like,
Oh, boy.
wait, hold up, wait, how is he back in here? How is this guy back in here?
Did he get back in the cage? Hold on. Wait.
Somehow, yes.
What, he did?
I like my
Yes.
prison home. Wait.
What the fudge?
This is like Stockholm Syndrome.
Fucking nonsense! Get over to C. Get over to C.
Oof. Yeah, if you hit it, I can shoot the... Yep, okay. Why is this one not... Okay. No! Okay, good. Phew.
Yes,
Alright, now one more.
Wait, what?
Fudge, I got
Why is the
Shoryuken!
middle
super
one still
adapter.
like-
Dukin! Oh! Kamehameha! Oh, alright. Woo! Again, my frames are dropping like flies. Holy smokes.
My shield's going crazy right now.
Whoa,
Oh,
Captain America T-posing! My favorite. Tag teaming with Captain America T-posing, my absolute favorite.
I'm almost dead.
Man, I'm about to begging your ass. Yeet.
No.
Yeet, yeet.
How is this thing not down yet? Are you kidding me?
Oh my, look at you. You goofy. You
So
goofy
many
son of a
lives
gun.
left.
How is it not dead?
I'm gonna be.
Die already!
Oh my god, Jesus. See, like right here, instead of just smashing buttons with Andrew, who's playing Captain America, if we were to just, like, team up in a strategic way to take out the robot, like, okay, you go for the head, I go for the legs, instead of just square, triangle, you know, like, that's, like, not fun, you
What I
know?
don't understand
At least
is
not to
why
me.
is the middle one just not working. I
Got a
punched it,
synthezoid
and it's
attacking
the only
me.
one left, and it's...
You gotta shoot the rings.
Oh! Well, see, I don't...
Fuck. Ah! Oh, I got it.
I
Nice.
am down.
Holy
Alright,
smokes.
I'm back.
My bullets know no bounds.
Woo.
Alright.
Communism knows no bounds, gentlemen.
That's right. Yes.
Good job.
Are we all ladies? Oh, see, if we only had one more female
I mean,
character.
I'm a lady. I'm playing a 16-year-old girl, so yes.
Right. Who writes fan fiction? Reminder.
Hey,
100-year-old
Who
man
writes fan
friends are
fiction?
nice.
Never
Hey,
forget.
man, back in my heyday when I was like 14 to 16, I wrote fan fiction. It wasn't.
I
like
get fan
anything
art.
like Stigma entailed.
Oh my
Fan
gosh.
fiction,
I did
though?
a
Oh,
drone
man.
protecting these enemies.
I mean, it's nothing different than doing a fan comic. It just has a bad stigma about it. It's like it all depends on what the hell you write.
Die.
I'd be shocked if there's not like a My Little Pony reference in one of hers.
Where the heck is it?
Like, come
Stop
on.
it. No.
Finally.
Stop being a goofy son of a. I'm trying to censor myself, okay?
There's like, I don't know, like the weirdest crossover that you could think of. Like, alright, like what, she brought up like the sewer lizards
No, Roblox-
and like the
Roblox and
reference
the
stuff
Avengers.
like in the audio log. You hear of like
Yeah.
young Kamala discussing like, oh, Avengers versus the sewer lizard, and that's like the whole thing. Like, oh, Thor had a sewer lizard problem on Asgard. Like,
Yeah,
okay, fine.
thank you.
And it's like, well, the next one's like Kamala
Yeah,
versus the
I got a
goddamn
problem with
like
Asgard.
freaking Society of like the Court of Owls or something like that. I don't know, just like something crazy. Like, what the hell? Kamala going AWOL.
No, it's Justice League versus.
The Secret
versus
Society
the
of Sinners or something like that. The
Honestly,
Serpent
I-
Society or like, I don't know. The Zodiac Killer.
Oh,
Like, holy
actually,
crap.
that's
So
what they
Kamala,
might be
calm down.
referring to, the Serpent Society. Maybe.
Where the heck's
Or
the
maybe
other
she's
thing?
referring to Dr.
A-
Connors.
Going after something crazy.
Because
Eat lead.
Oh,
I mean,
Or-
like, if she lives in
looks like
Jersey
fart
City,
bullets since
so
it's
she
green,
would
but
get
it's the
the
gamma
local
stuff.
news to be okay.
Ah, come on, get
Wait,
up
it's
this
open?
freaking rock.
What do I do?
Oh wow, my
What do we
camera
do?
was
Is
glitched.
the door open?
Oh,
Oh, okay. Ah!
I don't think I will.
Anger. Bullets must hurt. Wall.
Don't make
Yes.
me
That's
angry.
asparagus. I'm
Fantastic.
your biggest fanatic. Why don't you let me touch your
You were warned that this would happen. Just drops an elevator on the entire team.
You always asparagus.
See, now, why isn't there like a dab or like a stanky leg emote for any of these characters?
See, now what I got a question is why the hell are you,
You
doing
just-
a stanky leg, Evan?
Of course, my phone rings. Watch there be like a new update, guys, comes in for Avengers, and all of a sudden they have a new emote for Hawkeye, and you just start seeing him doing like the freaking Charleston or something. Like, wow, that's impressive.
He's just doing the stanky leg. That's it.
He's doing the stanky leg.
The stanky leg. That's the only dance move he knows. The stanky leg.
The only
And
moves
Evan,
that
I know you
Hawkeye can
remember the
muster.
stanky leg from back. Oh my god, the floor isn't. Ew! It feels like I'm playing Call of Duty, Cold War, where the textures aren't loading. Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus. Like, as a good comparison, which I didn't even bring this up earlier, but, and I will admit, sadly, because I've been busy and also been playing more Persona 5 instead of this old game, but Ghost of Tsushima literally has the best Avengers experience you could ask for with the Legends mode.
Oh shoot, I'm frozen.
Like, it's 4-player co-op, you each have different abilities, you explore, level up each character. Like, it's fun, but I have not played it yet because I haven't been able to go back to the game recently, but that experience is literally what everyone wanted Avengers to be. And they gave it for free.
Frozen in the air.
Like, you had to buy Ghost of Tsushima, but that multiplayer experience was entirely free. So that's crazy. That a single-player dev like Sucker Punch managed to do an entire multiplayer mode, like, off the rip, perfect. From home, by the way, it's the same restrictions. Working from home, they launched a massively successful single-player game and add a multiplayer mode on top of that. Like, come on. Can't be beaten.
I mean, let's be honest though. Ghost of Tsushima was like the worst game. It's like no.
Let's be honest though, by lying. Yes. Like, please, no. I was mad that it didn't win Game of the Year. I think that's, besides, if Miles was nominated, I would say sure, but the ones that were actually nominated at the Game Awards, I still say Ghost should have won, or at least it got my vote.
No, like, honestly, for me, I would have
anyway.
been happy if either Ghost or Last of Us 2 won. Me personally, I would have been fine.
That or Final Fantasy VII, or
I didn't play it, so I can't really speak on that, Chief. That's not my foray.
me neither. I haven't played Final Fantasy VII Remake either, but there's a lot of interesting stuff that they include in the game that makes it stand out from like the other Final Fantasies.
That's because they actually cared about it for once.
Yes. I know, right? They put time and effort into that game. Like, actually, though, because since it was announced in 2015, so 5 years to wait, so...
Get over here. You just need to turn these hoes on.
Yeah, you thought people, like, the Cyberpunk community was having to wait too long? My god, people had to wait for freaking Final Fantasy had to wait, like, eons.
Oh wow, I'm about to kill this Adaptoid.
Oh my god, my frames are being obliterated right now, holy Jesus.
Oh my god, the love of my life just ended it. Oh no.
Yeah, but either Ghost or
Can't see.
Final Fantasy or, I don't know, like,
My sorrows.
if Persona 5 Royal was nominated, I think it should have won, at least soundtrack-wise.
That's technically just a release of a game. I mean,
Shush.
it's not like Final
Shush.
Fantasy 7 where it's
You know nothing.
or like Mario.
Nothing. Perfection. No, yeah, it is. But they add so much stuff that makes it feel like a completely different game when you play it versus the original version.
It's just on the criteria of Game of the Year, I don't think they would.
Won't open.
At least for like soundtrack. Like Miles didn't get nominated for best soundtrack. Like, come on. Please, really? That's just that's bogus.
It didn't.
No.
All I'm saying is, I'm tired of Atlas and how they didn't even give us a proper Catherine sequel. It was fucking Catherine.
Yeah. They gave you a third Catherine. They gave you a third Catherine in full body, but we don't talk about that one.
I'm like, why?
Wait,
Like,
Franco,
yeah,
because
the full
if you guys don't know,
body
Atlas is a game developer who makes Persona 5, or the Persona series, and the game series called Catherine. Franco, Franco Greco cannot perform voice chat due to network failure. Great.
Oh, well, I'm a failure, so it's okay. I'm a failure,
Whoops.
so it's okay.
I was gonna say, well, in general,
Franco, if you're watching the stream, just leave the party and join back. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
part of it.
I was gonna ask Franco, or at least Josh or Andrew even, have you played Catherine full body? Not the original Catherine, but the the updated one. Because I own it. I will show proof. I will show it on my camera after we beat these robots. I have full body on disc, and I'm like, this game's amazing. But then I figured out who the third Catherine was, and I'm like, holy crap, this game's insane. Like, at least thank God Kasumi isn't like that in Persona 5 Royal with her twists. But I was like, okay, there's, you know, normal long-term girlfriend Catherine, there's Laura Bailey Catherine, and then there's pink-haired Catherine. I was like, oh, who's she? She's new. Like, oh no. Like, that was my reaction when learning more about that character.
It's an anime game. Every anime nowadays has at least one trap. At least
This one was not expected, though. This one was certainly not expected for that game. Oh, boy. But, Josh, have you played either the original Catherine or the full body remake?
No, I played the original. That's why I was pissed with full body. Because it wasn't...
but again, like, did you... Well, I know, because that's like, it's not a full... Like, Persona 5 Strikers is a sequel to Persona 5. Like, Persona 5 Royal is a remake with more stuff of the original Persona 5, just with new characters and story content and all this amazing stuff. But yeah, like, there's no Catherine 2, pretty much. But for full body, it's like the Royal Edition. Like, it's like, you know, Catherine Royal. You know, there's like the new character and new stuff.
Man, but it's like, I'd rather take a full-on sequel.
Yeah, Blasty knows. See, hold on. I'm gonna wait for them. Because freaking, hold on. I have it right here. Not even lying. Not even lying. Bam! Actually, you can't really see that.
Oh.
Boom! Bam! Kind of see it. Catherine Full Body Launch Edition. See? Even more so. Oh no!
I wasn't even paying attention.
God, wait! Oh Jesus! Where were you guys? You just teleported out of nowhere. What the crap?
I'm gonna die.
We're so dead. Ah! Hold on. Holy crap.
I was not expecting this.
I love her just dogpiling. See, that's the whole strat. There's no strategy in this game. You just dogpile on all the enemies, but it is insane. Oh my god. No! Oh, I'm so close to dying.
I gotta revive someone. Oh,
where's my Mondstadt hash browns? Where's my LeBlanc coffee? I gotta upgrade my special points. Oh wait, I'm thinking about different games. Of course. Holy smokes! Where's my Soma? Ah! Holy crud!
Oh shoot! Oh frick! This thing has fire.
No!
Out.
Jesus Christ! Again with this giant AOE attack, I can't even dodge it in time.
Down.
I'm coming, Andrew.
Down.
Oh no!
Thank you.
Holy smokes!
Oh shit!
Ah! Black Widow, you're not Spider-Man. What are you doing sticking to the wall? Oh, you're both down. Oh my god. Okay.
I am down again.
Oh, I'm stuck. Ah! Holy smokes! What is happening?
Oh my gosh, this was so intense.
I love it. Like, literally, is this what the Avengers game was supposed to be? Just explosions all left and right, just destroying everything in sight?
Well, Michael Bay directed this game. I don't know what you're surprised, man.
Instant death. It's like first try, no one died at all. Perfect. All right, guys.
I'm surprised.
I think that was the end of this mission. I'm pretty sure.
Looks like it.
Maybe yes. No, nothing's happening.
I'm standing still like I lost all.
I know. I'm literally. Yep. I love pressing buttons with nothing happening.
I just see you guys.
Franco's internet crashed. Oh no. Oh gosh.
That's what happened?
Was it because of Avengers? It might have been.
That sucks.
Well, we're staying in place.
You know what it is?
Nothing's happening, and we did a great job.
Yeah, we're like frozen right now.
You know what it is? I think it's just one simple reason for why we're stuck in place.
Why is that?
Now that reason is y'all didn't subscribe to my YouTube channel.
No one subscribed.
Well, I subscribed.
Oh. We were so blind. We were such fools. How could we have not seen this?
It got hit with that yeehaw, and my old channel got deleted. So just look up Spidey Skater Boy. You should find it.
We took it for credit to painfully obvious that it was not due to the subscription service on Josh's channel. But with that said, everyone, I can't even return to the Quinjet if I want to. We're just stuck like this. So, guys, I think that's a perfect time to stop. So, in conclusion, playing Marvel's Avengers will A, make you drop out of a Fortnite party bus, glitching through the air. Franco did it twice, I did it once. The game will glitch, freeze your whole progress, and also have you phase through other enemies and villains while explosions happen left and right. With that said, game's a 10 out of 10. Should you buy it? If you want. And has new content coming in about 2 weeks or so, with Hawkeye and his inclusion with the game on February 16th is when the war table starts, but when Hawkeye is actually coming out, we don't yet know. Other than that, we also have Black Panther, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, War Machine, all these characters are coming to the game, but we just hope that it can do the game justice with the characters that we all care about and love from the Marvel Universe into a AAA video game format that we would want to see thrive. And if it's good, you know, if the Hawkeye stuff's good, Franco and Andrew and Josh and I could reconvene at another time and do another stream down the line, and we could do it as a charity stream. Like we did with Spider-Man, we could do another charity live stream, make some, you know, profits to those in need. And if you guys have any charities in mind, I'll let you know now. Let me know. Any suggestions you guys could think of? We've done St. Jude's, we've done Rady's Children's Hospital, we've done Black Lives Matter as well. That was a fun one. That was actually before Miles Morales was announced, which was even more crazy. And we have a lot of fun doing this to help people in need and do a service to those that we can help out in the process. So if you guys would like to see Josh, Franco, Andrew, and myself playing on a party group again down the line, let us know, and we'll be more than happy to do so. Until then, again, subscribe to Josh's YouTube channel. He makes great TikToks and OnlyFans account stuff all the time. Andrew, he's on Twitter. Franco, he's also on Twitter. Blasty as well. Blasty Games, who's in here, he has a YouTube channel. Go subscribe to him. Joseph Whitty, subscribe to him. Follow him. He's great. If I'm forgetting, Superior Chris, thank you for clipping that one clip in the stream. That was fantastic. And everyone else, thank you for tuning into the stream. You all mean the world to me. And I will definitely be sure to continue these types of live streams in the near future. But with all that said, any final words from the Spidey Squad themselves?
The only thing I'll say is,
I love it. I give that whole speech enough time for you guys to think. What we said, like blank, nothing. Perfect.
I'm
crying.
on a new video, a video essay. About the greatest Spider-Man film that everyone forgot about.
I thought you were about to say The Greatest Showman. I'm like, yes. You see that, The Greatest Showman with Hugh Jackman and Zac Efron.
Stop it! No.
Oscar-winning picture.
No, you'll see when it's done. It's being
okay. Josh even told me about this, or at least one of the projects he's working on, and it's very exciting.
Wait. Oh, I thought you were gonna actually say it. Don't say it.
No. I'll leave that surprise to you. I'm just saying, for those who are interested, it's definitely worth your intrigue. It's very worthwhile for what Josh is working on.
It'll come out eventually, sometime this year, and
yes. And follow him and again, in all seriousness, follow Josh at Spidey Skater Boy on Twitter and on YouTube for all updates from him and the squad.
Also follow me on
Instagram, one of our best.
Please follow me on Instagram at Spidey Skater Boy, please. I need.
Yeah, well, I don't have Instagram, so in your face. Andrew, any final words for you to the chat?
Well, I guess all I can think of to say is if anyone's interested in seeing my content, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel because I've been doing YouTube.
Yes.
And I plan to, when I, of course, have the time, because I know I said it in one of my recent videos, I plan to do some gaming live streams because it's something that I've been preparing for months. I just haven't gotten around to it because I'm currently busy dealing with personal stuff in my life, but of course, when I get the chance, I will be doing more gaming playthroughs because I haven't done so in a while, and I also plan, of course, when I have the time, I plan to be doing a gaming live stream. I don't know when that's going to be, but if you want more updates on that, then subscribe to my YouTube channel, so then you'll be notified when I do a gaming stream, because it hopefully should happen very soon, because I just haven't had the time to, but hopefully I will when I have the chance. So That's all I have to say. Thank you all for watching and checking me out, and everyone else here that's part of this stream.
Check out.
Very nice. And any final words from the main man himself, Franco Greco? No pressure. No pressure.
No pressure, my boy. No pressure, right?
Unless he's not here.
He was. I think he just levitated
He
out
was.
of.
I see.
He just
Well, in
levitated
that
out of the
case,
conversation.
Franco's always super kind to help me out with reading chat and stuff like that. He's always the backbone of these streams every time I do them. And without him, they would not be as good as they are. So again, thank you to Josh, Andrew, and Franco for joining me on this stream. Over 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours. So I had fun playing, just messing around in the game, ranting about what's good, what's bad with the current status of Avengers. And in the future, we will definitely try a bit more down the line with the squad to make it more fun and interact with all of you guys to make it even more entertaining. But until next time, everyone, thank you all so much for watching. Stay spectacular, Spidey fans, and stay merry Marvelites. Peace out.
Peace.